are live with good chats, man. Bill Saint. Welcome. Saturday edition of Really Want to Know podcast. Man, y'all gonna be seeing more of Uncle Saint as we get closer and closer to the summer. Once my daughter is out of school for the summer, and the way it works, our co-parenting arrangement, she spends the summers with her mom. She's at a point now. Actually, my daughter can stay wherever she wants to stay. So, pretty sure she's gonna be with her mom a little bit over the summer. And when that happens, I'll get into my summer schedule, and I'm gonna try to go live every single day. If not sitting here live, I'll do something from the car and upload. And then who knows? Maybe we'll even get into some in real life if I can ever figure it out. Get into some in real life stuff. Take this camera up here that we've been using that I like, man. That's that Sony ZV-1. I think it's the ZV-1 something, ZV-1R, I think it is. ZV-1 something, but I like it. It's good, real simple. I need that, you know what I mean? Point and click kind of stuff. So I know that I was on real early this morning talking about Myron Gaines' reaction, or Myron Gaines' final, I guess, blog or a final live stream about the whole Daisy Chen thing. And I was like, hey, it's probably going to be the last time I talk about it, right? It's still the same day, technically. So I still believe this is going to be the last day I talk about it, unless people are asking me like, hey, really check this out, check that out. But I was just kind of going through YouTube, and there's a couple videos out there that I wanted to throw up here, bro. And it just shows you the kind of damage one individual can do, no matter what. This is why in the old text, looking at the Bible, the Torah, Quran, whatever old book you're looking at, it talks about quarrelsome women, talks about promiscuous women, it talks about to look out for others. This is why. So even way back in the olden days, they knew. They didn't know about the universe. They didn't know what a quasar was, but they knew you gotta look out for certain people. And if you don't look out for those people, it will cost you. So let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. So yeah, I was just sitting around catching up on news, just kind of watching some stuff. Man, I found a YouTuber, very successful YouTuber out there, in the military space, calls himself the fat electrician or something like that. Former military guy, I think he was a medic, and he talks about, he was huge on TikTok, and now he's transitioning over to YouTube. He has a bunch of short videos, and he talks about military stuff. Talks about SEALs, CBs, Marines, infantry, mortarmen, the Night Stalkers, talks about the airborne, he talks about both types of Ranger, he talks about Green Berets. I think I'm gonna start highlighting some of his stuff, man, because the dude is spot on and he's hilarious. So I've kind of been watching his stuff, and then other things have been popping up. And this thing from MTR, man, shout out to MTR. Keep in mind, MTR is no friend of the Fresh and Fit platform. You know what I mean? He's no ally of Myron and Fresh, but he is a noble dude. He moves, by his chosen path, and I respect that about bro. You know what I mean? This the stuff I've seen. God, dog, I just say, no, I mean, I gotta stop that. Just the stuff I've seen, right? Him moving in the YouTube trenches. He holds himself to a higher standard, and even though I may not be all in on his content, he's consistent. And he's one of those guys who, like most of us who saw this thing unfold, it's like, oh, yeah, this CJ Daisy woman, this ain't new. It is what it is. And we're gonna react to one of his videos that he recently put out. He put out a couple. If you want to go back and see the rest of them, it's not a bad watch. Why not check it out? Because I agree with the vast majority of stuff that he's saying. Even when he's going in on my guy Fresh. But even Fresh has gone in on himself. He's like, yo, he screwed up. He got caught up. It is what it is. This is a very valuable lesson. But It's a video out there where Abba from Abba and Preach is saying how this CJ Daisy woman was trying to seduce him. And again, how is that a surprise to anyone? How is that a surprise? This is how this woman moves. And for Abba, we'll get into it. We'll get into. I got some stuff I want to point out. And it's just it shows me where most men are, which I already know. Like these bottom 80 dudes. People ask me all the time, like, well, if you got money, you're not in the bottom 80. Like, bro, you can still be in the bottom 80 and have money. You know, someone like Abba, he's in the bottom 80, bro. He has no game. He has money, he has clout, but he has no confidence in himself. He has no game. And I'll point that out as we get into this video. Like money, height, being physically fit, being good with your words, being socially in tune, all those are, qualifiers. All those things are good, but you can't just have one of those things and believe that's going to put you in the top tier. It's not. You need to be competent at all of those things. And you have to have a mission. You have to know what you're doing. So, let's check this out, man. This is MTR. Fresh and Fit baby mother situation got much worse. Shout out to MTR. Let's get into it.
Yo, this one right here is crazy. Listen. On this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z, the telenovela of the Fresh and Fit baby mama drama just took another turn down a hallway, a path of complete and utter malarkey and bullshit in the land of RIP to Kevin Samuels. You cannot make this shit up. Abba from Abba and Preach exposes this person that I hypothesized from the beginning to be a lying sack of shit 304 for the lying sack of shit 304 that she always was from the beginning. I thought that this drama was completely over and done at the point where she let everyone know that she was going to delete little baby Abba. At that time, I released content detailing all of the inconsistencies in the things that she was saying. How are you just down to delete baby now when you claimed about being a Christian before? Completely against your morals, completely against your ethics, completely exposing you as a liar. But Abba has dropped damning evidence to exactly who you are. But Abba himself, although utilized his platform to continue your charade of thoughtism in an attempt to extort Fresh or damage the reputation of the Fresh and Fit brand, Abba, with high integrity, essentially admits his fault in over-believing, perhaps being biased in believing, Miss Daisy Fit Chen. We're going
to... a lot of that, I don't know about that last part, as far as him taking responsibility for it. Nah. His mission was to go after Myron the Fresh. That's it. It was all about the hatred for these guys, right? That's it. That's all this was. And that whole enemy of my enemy is my friend, it could bite you in the ass if you ain't careful. Brother Templar's in the building. What's good, fam? Hello to you. We also got Brother Glenn Lawrence in the building as well. What's good, fam? Like, doesn't the Daisy situation make everyone who talked about it look stupid? I mean, it can. There were the lessons to be learned here are true, and everyone touched on these lessons, in some way, shape, or form. It's true, but then they wanted to go to the hatred part. Like, you can't. These people go after, they don't like Fresh and Fit, and they go after Fresh and Fit every chance they get, and more often than not, it backfires. It just does. They sit there and say, well, how come Fresh couldn't see this coming a mile away? And like, well, how come you couldn't see it coming from a mile away? Like, you chose to ignore this kind of stuff. And Abba, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna let him say what he has to say, and then I'll touch on it. But yeah, Brother Glenn, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna look like a fool, going into this kind of stuff. And just keep it 100. Stay on the path, bro. You keep it as close as you can to the truth, and you'll be all right. You're just gonna point some stuff out, and then you learn your lessons or whatever, or you don't. But you know, when it all comes out, you know, anyone like I'm not a very big platform, but ask anybody who rocks with me day one when it came out. They asked me what I thought. Like, this is what I thought. This is how I think this is going to play out. And I was almost 100% correct. Almost. I'm like, it's going to play out along these lines right here. And that's what happened. That is exactly what happened. How did I know this? Am I some sort of oracle, right? Am I some sort of wise one from upon high? Nah, I've seen it before. I've seen it countless times. And not just at that level. They're at the highest level, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, these are top tier in both their respective realms, right? Top tier gold digger, a top tier guy running this game. This is top tier. I've seen it at the lowest tier and every tier in between.
We're going to go over the video that Abba created, and I want to give you guys my thoughts on these subjects. So without further ado.
So I thought this whole Abba and Preach, Daisy, Fresh and Fit debacle, the whole arc was done. But another twist came down the way.
Okay.
2 twists. One twist you guys already might know of. She didn't keep the baby.
I'm not gonna kill my baby because I planned the baby with him.
At Duke the Don studio.
But just everything, like after everything's going on, like really, like I'm not gonna be a single mother. I don't want my baby grow up without a father.
Shut up.
Even until now, he's not showing up.
Not the big.
And mind you, if you go over my last review and breakdown of this video, Fresh and Fit's divorce lawyer called out this exact same game plan, that due to emotional distress of the situation caused by Fresh and Fit, I'm not going to be able to keep the baby, thereby opening up Fresh and Fit to litigation based off of the emotional stress, leading to that decision exactly from the playbook.
This twist, I predicted this in the last video. I said, listen, now me personally, this is how I think it's all going to end. I don't think she's going to keep the kid. I think everyone's going to be able to move on. And I think it's the best thing for everybody. Okay? I know I memed about having this kid named Abba. I think it's funny, but I don't actually want that to happen. I don't want some kid to be born in these circumstances. And if now, her not keeping the kid, Abba Chen. Hey man, it's sad what they did to you.
Yeah.
It's sad that you don't get to come into this world.
He never had a
I'm
life.
Surprised. And considering the parental situation, your boy think might be for the best. I mean, you got a deadbeat dad who don't want to be involved, and a mom who's kind of using you as leverage and some kind. There's a bit of a.
See that right there, man. You got a deadbeat dad that doesn't want to be involved. It's way too soon to tell. You can't call a parent a deadbeat until the child is here. You gotta wait and see what happens. And I spoke on that right from the very beginning. Like, I don't believe this woman is pregnant, and if she is, that child's not going to see the light of day. I've been saying that from day one. Again, this is how this game goes. It's sad but true. It's how the game goes, right? So I'm like, all right. But for him to say, again, it's all about his hatred for Myron and Fresh. Abba and Preach is, Abba, not even Preach. You notice Preach ain't there. He's going to speak on that in a minute. Abba is like Captain Ahab, bro. Fresh and Fit, it's Moby Dick. And he's out here doing whatever he can, trying to catch this massive whale and whatever, and at all costs. At all costs. You look at someone like Abba, like the dude, say what you want. He might not be a confident guy, especially when it comes to women, but surely he's an intelligent dude. He can see the play unfolding right in front of him. He know what time it is. So why would he blindly move forward with this woman that he know is on some bullshit? Because it's a way to get at Myron and Fresh. That's just, you got to think about stuff like that. It got to make sense, y'all. It has to make sense. Now, of course, they're going to make money off of this. They're going to get massive views and stuff like that. And if it's all about the money, then okay, whatever, do your thing. But for him to say that one parent or the other is going to be a deadbeat, can't make that statement until they become a parent, until that child makes it. Brother Glenn was, like I said, Fresh's comments about the deletion of the baby was stupid, but everything else was unknown, and we just need to wait until the dust settles. Casual Germs in the building. What's good, fam? Like, Preach is exhausted of this, man. Preach didn't like this from the beginning, and he sees it. And I'm telling you, it could form a rift between these two guys. It's like, bro, if you don't stop chasing after these guys, if you don't stop, trying to do damage or this, whatever you want to call this beef or whatever you want to call it with Fresh and Fit, bro, we might have to just, I might have to leave this, bro. I don't need this. Right? What are you doing? Preach knew right away, like, come on, man, you brought her in there, like, her? What are you doing, homie? Like, what are you doing? You know, Brother Templar is like, yeah, raw dogging and making light of, you know, deleting a baby. Why the hate, I say? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I missed one of your other ones, man. You're like, there's a hierarchy of foolery here. Yeah, yeah. Dr. B, we got a celebrity in the building, y'all. We got a celebrity in the building. Dr. B84 in the building, man, did his debut on the Fresh and Fit platform, bro. One more time for Dr. B. Got a celebrity in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you, bro. It's like, I don't miss facts. You know, well done, bro. Well done. You know what I mean? But, you know, again, we all know how that rocks. I said, you know what I mean again. Damn it, that's twice. I'm really trying to stop that, y'all. That, you know what I mean, is my version of I feel like. That's my version. So if you hear me say, you know what I mean, I'm gonna get a shirt. This summer I'm working on. Well, this spring going into summer. I'm working on getting some merchandise. That's definitely gonna be one of the shirts, y'all. So you hear me? If you hear me say, "Oh, you know what I mean," merch. But yeah, like I look at someone like Abba, bro. You know, people like this I don't like. There's an element of man. Let me choose my words carefully here, man. Of shadowness, man. You know, there's an element of backstabbery here, man. There's an element, you know, of low life movement. My thing is, you got a problem with someone bad enough, man, and they've already challenged you, man, to some physical something, man. Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that, bro. But when people run away from, you know, when you get called out and you run away from it, man, it's just hard to. And then you keep picking at that person. It says a lot about you. I mean, it really does. It really says a lot about you, man. To live in a world where you actually fear some folks and you're willing to run from them. I mean, that's not cool, man. But hey, man, to each his own. Everybody can do what they got to do, man. You know, it's kind of a free world depending on where you are. So let's continue.
A weird situation. No, does her not keeping the baby make sense? Absolutely. But what does it also mean? It means that Daisy's lying, right? It does. She's talking about, I'm religious. In my religion, we don't kill. No.
Right.
In my religion, we don't kill.
Then you get rid of the baby. Something don't add up. There's enough of these little tidbits where I'm like,
it's odd. Now, here's the thing. Within Abba's reaction, what I think I'm surprised about is that he still 100% believes that she was pregnant. And based on
facts. And the thing is, he's so locked in on Fresh and Fit, man. You don't know what he believes. Does he really believe that she was pregnant in the first place? Does he really believe that? I really don't, but it's possible when we're looking at documentation and whatnot. She had, you know, whatever she produced. I mean, any of us can get our hands on any of this stuff that she did. Like even James Sexton, the attorney, is like, bro, you can change a PDF file into whatever you want it to read. It is what it is, but I honestly do not believe, and I've said this over and over again, that she was pregnant in the first place. She was just upset because she gave up money.
For the bombs that he's about to drop in about a minute or so, I really don't understand why. She's given key indicators that she's a manipulator as well as a liar. People like this will lie about having cancer. People like this will double cross their mother and their father. People like this will act as if they're pregnant when they're really not. Let's resume.
Right? Now, some of you are wondering, where's Preach? Hey, listen, Preach ain't always got to be here because Preach not ready for this energy. You dig what I'm saying? Because I hit up Preach and I was like, yo, you going to show up? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, you need to come with that energy. What energy? I was like, boys being boys. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just roll through and then I just grab your junk, make sure that shit's still looking funk.
I don't understand any of this, man, but I don't watch their platform. Maybe this is how they talk. You know, this is the way they move on that platform. I don't know. I don't watch their platform. Even now, like, you know, Joe was saying, man, this is a reaction video to a reaction video. Yeah, because I don't watch their stuff. And I also wanted to highlight what MCR was saying because the brother's spot on. Preach isn't there because I'm pretty sure that there's some, you know, maybe not a huge rift, but I'm pretty sure it's like, man, there's creative differences when it comes to this topic. Let's put it that way. Some creative differences when it comes to this topic. And Preacher's like, nah, man, I can't go down that road with you. I'm not, nope, not rocking with you, bro. I didn't want to bring her in the first place. We brought her in here, and now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We got to deal with all this stuff, bro. Most of these people might even be right. Like, folks are just like touching nerves with the stuff that they're saying. All because Abba is chasing, Fresh and Fit, the giant whale. At all costs, he's going to lose everything so he can try to get at the giant whales.
You know what I'm saying? You're boys being boys. You're comrade in arms. Now come here so I can hold you in my arm. And he's like, nah, I'm staying home with my wife. I'm like, whatever, nigga. That's gay. Spending time with your girl, gay. Don't want to hang out with the boys that cuddle up, gay.
Man, what was that all about?
Now, but I'm here with you guys to give you the important updates. Because let's be honest, that's what y'all want. Okay. So Abba, were you wrong? Not really. I hedged just enough. But let's be honest.
The man knows he was wrong. It is what it is. He just doesn't care. Because it wasn't about the woman Daisy in the first place. It was about getting at dudes he don't like. It was about getting that Fresh and Fit. Was he wrong? Yeah, absolutely he was wrong. Will that manifest in the negative ways? Probably. Especially if you out here, it's all about the money. It's all about the likes. It's all about the subscribers. I guarantee you some people would jump ship. If they can watch what he just said, that little thing right there, when he had the hood on, that was suspect. That right, if bro, I'm sure there's gonna get a lot of people to jump ship. Just that right there, like, oh man, I'm just playing. Like, oh man, who plays like that?
I made Daisy seem a little bit more credible than she actually was.
Yeah,
a little bit.
She was lying about a lot of things.
Yeah,
but the twist gets crazier.
Yeah,
because as I'm reaching out, talking with her, to get information initially when we were gonna do the first video, the weeks go by. She keep messaging me, but she messaging me weird stuff. Now, I'm not gonna get too many details. All right. Generally speaking, when someone DMs me, I keep it private. However,
if
they tell me lies,
yep,
and I repeat them lies,
sure,
or they start acting shifty, which then hurts my credibility. You don't get none of that privacy because you use a private correspondence to be a shifty person.
Right.
You know it.
Again, this is all about getting that Fresh and Fit, man. All about getting that Fresh and Fit. That's the first thing. Second thing, there's no way if you're dealing with an Abba or if you're dealing with some of these other YouTubers, you send them a DM or a text message that they're gonna keep that secret. There's no way, bro. They think they can make some money off of it. They're gonna post it. They're gonna post it. Point blank, period. Now, in this case, of course, like you're dealing with a woman, all this came about her exposing, correspondence back and forth and having videos and recordings or whatever. That's how this particular person moves, but that's how just about everybody moves now. I tell folks all the time, especially these young dudes, y'all best keep y'all emotions in check. I don't care what she did. Don't fire off some angry text. Don't do it. Send that text to somebody else. Send that text to yourself first. Go to sleep, wake up, go play some basketball or something. Go take a swim, take a walk. Look at that text message and then delete it. Don't send it. Because all this stuff, man, winds up in the hands of the police if it's something serious enough. All this stuff winds up in court. It all winds up part of, the court filings. But these dudes, a lot of guys out here, man, they lose control. They forget. They get hot in that moment, go crazy. You know what I mean? Everybody has their kamikaze moment. Banzai, fire off that text. You ain't getting it back. You're like, oh, I deleted it. Man, they've been done screenshot that thing. It's added to the file. This is how the world works. This is the game, bro. The game is constantly evolving. This is the game. Everything you do and everything you say is recorded and kept forever. Don't ever forget that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is there forever. And when women do it, they chalk it up to women being emotional or whatever. Even in the courts, they're willing to dismiss it. I've seen women commit felonies and get away with it in certain instances, in certain type courts, especially family court. I've seen women just go out, like I say, complete kamikaze banzai in the courtroom and the judge is okay, let's take a 20-minute recess and come back. Or you okay, give her some tissue. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Hold on, Your Honor. What about all that stuff that just happened? I mean, let the man try that. You go into court as a man, family court, and have an episode. Bro, the bailiffs are gonna come put some shiny bracelets on your wrist. They're gonna be on there real tight. They're gonna be on there real tight. And you're gonna be looking at contempt of court charge. And they're gonna send you over to big boy court. They're gonna take you right out of the family court and march you right across the way to big boy court, where you're gonna answer for that felony contempt, right? Felony, menacing family. If you made some threats, they're gonna hold that against you too. Just letting you know, man, this is the game we play. This is the game we playing. I ain't, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just letting you know. This is how it works. These are the conditions on the ground, and y'all need to move accordingly.
Thank you, the fucking sodomite that you really are, you fucking pussy. Myron, you realize that if you made me a sodomite, that would make you a sodomite. Again! Here's the thing that was weird to me.
And look at MCR's body language in the bottom right corner, man. Look at MCR. MCR is like, come on, man. This shouldn't be about fresh and fit. That's what's bouncing around in MCR's mind. He's like, what are you doing? Like, Albie, you better than this. Why is every single thing go back to fresh and fit? Every single thing. You just helped this woman try to destroy some guy using your platform. And you ain't even really mad at her? Are you mad at her? Right? We're supposed to be talking about what she did, but we're looking at Myron screaming, break cups. Even MCR is like, what are we doing? Plus the hoodie stuff with the suspect conversation at the beginning. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like Casual Germ, WTF, absolutely, man. Brother Templar is like, yeah, imagine that. Control your emotions, think rationally, respond appropriately. Yeah, this should be the first class. I don't care what pill, what bubble you in, what you subscribe to. The first lesson you need to be teaching yourself, and the first things you should be doing, meditating on, is maintaining your emotional state, right? Holding your frame, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's guilty of it. I can't tell you how many times I done blew my top, and thank goodness the police wasn't nowhere around when it happened. When I was young, Dr. B is like, yeah, facts. Men out there, control your emotions. You're not going to get a do-over. Most women get do-overs. You're not going to get a do-over, bro. And it's not a slight against women. It's just the game. Don't be mad at them because they get to play the game the way they play it. You got to play the game the way we play it. We being men.
Yeah, homegirl's trying to flirt with me. She's like, yo, I know you want me. And I'm like, huh? She's like, I know it. You want me.
Wait, hold up, just real quick. She says, no, I think you are afraid of me. He sent a video. I wonder what was in that video. She says, that's why you don't talk to me. And I know you want me. Laughing my ass off, afraid? No, ma'am. Uh-oh. It looks as if she wanted an actual little ABBA direct from the source. Let's let him explain.
Now, please download Snapchat.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, nah, I don't want no more apps. She's like, please do it for me. And she thought that shit was going to work. I was like, nah. It's like, so why are you talking to me then? And I was like, listen, you just had an abortion. I just make sure you good. That's it. And she's trying to
just real quick, we got to read these DMs. Nothing major, she says. I was saying that I may have found you interesting because I think about you constantly. Daisy, ooh, you snide, evil, repulsive, disruptive, hyena. Oh, you had an entire an entire platform of people ready to ride for you. And you hitting on one of the people that gave you the platform? Oh.
Absolutely. Why? Because that's how the game is played. That is your number one weapon. That is your go-to. That's why. Why do 304 is 304? That's because that's what they do. You know what I mean? Why do good girls cook and clean and you know what I mean, and make sandwiches for their man? Because that's what they do. It's what it is. Why do soldiers fight? Because we got orders. Right? That's what they do. None of this is surprising. And what does she see in Alba? Another mark. And here's the thing, Alba's about to go on about some stuff or whatever, but remove the fresh and fit element of it. If Alba was just going through his life and went to an event or something and came across a woman like Daisy, and then she put herself in his orbit, managed to strike up a conversation, even with her limited game, because her game is trash. We'll keep it 100. Her game is trash, but her game doesn't have to be good. She's done all the work on her body. That's her game, right? Remove the fresh element from all this. Who out there believes that Alba wouldn't run up in this woman? Now, I'm pretty sure he would, at least the first couple times, use a condom. I'm pretty sure he would, maybe, more than likely. But think about that. Do you really believe that someone like Alba would say no to a woman who looks like Daisy? Y'all remember when Alba was trying to get on with Destiny's ex-wife? Dancing with her and all this kind of stuff in the background or whatever. What do you think he was trying to do? He was trying to get on. He knew that Destiny was okay with letting his wife sleep with other dudes, and Alba was trying to get it in. That's some snake shit right there. That's really like, okay, I thought, especially if y'all cool like that, but hey, if that's your game, that's your game. I ain't knocking it. Remember, I don't knock anybody's game, man. You run your game the way you run your game. I run my game the way I run mine. It is what it is. So you're going to tell me, like, all the stuff that I was about to say, okay, it makes sense given the current situation, but if you would remove a couple elements, man, Alba would have had his nose wide open. He got caught up. That woman senses blood in the water, same way she did with Fresh. And she was making her run. Bro, why you even in touch with her like that, man? I work with women all the time with social media, YouTube, in the real world. I don't be hitting people up like that, bro. It's way more messages going back and forth between Daisy and Alba than he's trying to let on. Way more. And he knows it. Way more. He wants the attention. Why? Because little shorty got body like that. Flow State's in the building. What's good, fam? It's like, watch the guys Fresh and Fit. They busted Daisy out. Yeah, I reacted to that last night, man. That was Joe Cool. What's up, Joe Cool? Joe Cool in the building too. I thought that was Flow State as well. Yeah, man, it is what it is, bro. Like I said, this is what the world wants to talk about, man. It's real life soap operas here, man. It's real life telenovela, man. People are saying that, and it is. It is. It just is. But let's continue.
Oh, you's a nasty devil woman. Oh, you disgusted. You go from trying to violate one man, I guess successfully violate. You didn't try, but you violated Fresh because of his platform, because of his money. You took advantage of him. He should have recognized your shit. That's why I still think that he's ridiculous. But then you try to hop over to Alba right after. You take a look at his subscriber count, his view count, and you over here licking your chops like Birdman. Oh, because I constantly think about you. You just think that all of us content creators are suckers. Good thing I didn't hit your ass up, because you probably.
But brother MTR, most content creators are suckers when it comes to women. Most content creators, they come from and still live in the bottom 80. They don't have game. That's not a hit. I'm not trying to talk shit. It's the truth. It's the truth. Simply because you got clout money, a little bit of fame, you're starting to get some success with your YouTube channel does not just automatically propel you into a realm when you know what you're doing with women. MTR has game. MTR, like I said, what's the number one tenet that I throw out there when I ask guys like, all right, you're a top tier guy when it comes to this game, when it comes to womanizing? I only ask one question. Can you say no to a beautiful woman? Say what you want about CJ Daisy, man. She built herself into a beautiful woman, man. I mean, we're just talking the physical part. Little shorty got all the bells and whistles, man. She built herself up, man. That she doesn't look real because she isn't, right? The BBLs, the breast job, the work on her face and everything. And she's in the gym, bro. Come on now. Most dudes, the vast majority of men get an opportunity to smash something like that, they're going to do it. And that's why I asked one simple question. Can you say no to a beautiful woman? Have you said no to dimes? And if the answer is anything other than, yeah, I can say no to a beautiful woman, meaning like, yeah, I do it all the time. That's when you're dealing with somebody who knows a little something about womanizing. But the vast majority of guys would be like, well, why would you say that? And they would go into all these other kind of things because they're not used to dealing with that caliber of woman. They ain't dealt with that level. They ain't dealt with it. So this is why so many men fall to it. They fall to that game. This is why this CJ Daisy chick, man, she ain't got no verbal game. Everything she has is physical. Everything you see about her, you see with your eyes. Like MTR, I know for a fact, say no to dimes. For a fact. I don't even know the man like that. Just observing what I observed over a couple years. Like, yeah, I know for a fact that man can say no to some dimes. Alba, he ain't built like that. He ain't built like that. Period.
Ali would have tried to give me that nasty pussy too, but Abba, he's smarter than that. I get that, but you are also coming out of something and going through, and maybe she's probably lying about that. I can be supportive, but it probably isn't the most responsible time to be interested in me romantically. What a good guy, okay? Because he could have clapped them cheeks. I wonder, yo, this update would be so crazy if he actually clapped the cheeks, all right? Make sure you wrap it up with at least 2 condoms, you understand? And make sure that you set that condom on fire after you're done. But imagine.
MTR kept it real. He's like, I'll smash.
But then you would have had to go on after Walter. You know what I'm saying? I don't, those are sloppy seconds. Sloppy 300ths, if you will.
You just had an abortion. I just made sure you good. That's it. And, she's trying to lay it on thick, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, lady, why are you being so aggressive? It's not like we out here sharing.
Because she's a whore. Why
are you trying to say something? This is weird. Like, let me get this straight. You just date one YouTuber, okay? It goes horribly. You get pregnant by him after you accelerate the whole process insanely fast. Then you thinking about going through an abortion, which you do end up doing, and you lie about the timeline. And then with the person that was helping you,
right,
to expose all these details, you trying to start some kind of illicit relationship.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
And here's the thing. There are guys out here all day long having relationships with their homeboy's wife, the mother of their homeboy's kids, probably like the mother of their god kids, out here blowing out the back of their homeboy's significant other. You think Abba or somebody, these dudes like Abba are above that? Nope. They're not above that. You know what I mean? Brother Templar, he's like, yes, I can say no to a plastic 304 skank all day long. A lot of people say they can until they see them in real life. And I believe you, because I'm the same way, especially with all those upgrades. I'm just not interested. That stuff like that just doesn't interest me. But that's, it doesn't interest me. But that's just my preference. But the question still remains, can you say no to an all natural, no upgrade, beautiful woman? Can you say no to that? And she might be a skank as well. Someone maybe with a little bit, not a little bit, with way more game than this CJ Daisy chick. It's one of those things. A beautiful woman, no upgrades, just all natural, comes up and basically says, hey, I want to come to your room and have fun. No strings attached. I'm married. You met my husband. I just want to come. I dig your vibe. I just want you to blow it out. Can you say no to that? In a scenario where it's not a setup or anything like that, it's like it's all secure. She just wants to come back to the crib. You got plenty of condoms. She want to come back to the crib and smash. Can you say no to that? And let's be honest. Let's be real honest. The vast majority of men cannot say no to that. That is why Fresh got caught up. And some other things with Fresh too. And Brother Templar is saying the question is, what kind of man preaching to other men to put himself in such a situation? He got caught up, man. He got caught up. I don't agree with and we talk about this on y'all side of the watch and like in y'all bubble. I talk about this all the time, man. The preaching part. I think especially with Myron Fresh is more of a, watch what we do. They hold the L's and they share the L's and they share the wins. But I can only push back on that so much because it is perceived that they are preaching. And I get that. And so many people put them in a leadership position, and I get that too. So, you gotta, whether you want to be there or not, right? Did Braveheart want to lead the Scottish army, man, against the king? Or did he have to do it? You feel me? So I get it. You know what I mean? I'm and on this, I'll probably, because I got some time today, man, I'll probably drop the link, man. So if y'all want to come up, well, have that conversation as well, man. Brother Templar, they don't care how good she looks. I know better than to make such a foolish decision. Yeah, I mean, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I done made some bad decisions when it comes to beautiful women. I have, man. I have. I've made some bad decisions when it came to mediocre looking women, right? Average looking women. When it comes to just getting some, bro, I done made some bad choices, man, coming up. And you just learn from them as best you can. You need to learn from them. And, you know, hopefully you don't get caught up when you make the mistake. You know, fresh ain't the first. He certainly won't be the last. You look at people like powerful politicians and multi-billionaires and all that. What gets them in the end? Normally a big butt and a smile. You know what I mean? And Walter on this pedestal is supposed to lead by example. And the only way to get on the pedestal, Brother Templar, I would argue, is someone has to put you there. Someone has to put you on that pedestal. You don't just get to climb up on the pedestal and say, look at me, look at me. You know, so that's my thing. There are people out there who they look towards whoever, be it fresh and fit, be it the clergy, be it politicians, be it athletes, be it whoever. You know, it's people that they look for that. And I try to tell them, like, hey, man, don't pedestalize anyone. Don't pedestalize women. Don't pedestalize your fellow man. You know what I mean? Don't. What was one of those lines from Shakespeare, man? Hamlet? A leader nor a follower be, to their own self be true. I don't know all of it, y'all. We have to go get the book. My bad. My memory ain't that good. I can't. Last time I read Hamlet, boy, I was in high school. But I do remember when what's his name father was giving him advice as he's walking into the boat. He was like, yeah, you know, talking about don't borrow for money, a leader nor a follower be, to thy own self be true, and some other stuff. You don't have to pull that up. I'm gonna have to pull that up and look at it. I'm gonna have to pull that up. But yeah, man, you gotta, you know, again, you gotta check yourself. Check yourself, bro. That's how I look at it. Don't be looking at other people. You know, take the good, leave the bad, and you know, take what works for you and move on and stuff like that. Brother Penny's in the building. What's good, fam? Appreciate you, man. Just showing love, like the video. Brother D-Mac in the building, man. What's good, Brother D-Mac? Good to see you, bro. If you are attractive, but when you open your mouth, I see you are a 5 and below on the intellectual and class level, that is a turnoff. And that is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. 100. That is a fact. It just, you know, beauty only gets you so far, man. Beauty is only skin deep, and it is fleeting. It is fleeting, man. But and it goes the other way too. You might be a woman who is like maybe a step or two above average. And then you meet her and she opens up her mouth and, you know, the conversation is great. The personality is amazing. It's like, wow, a true diamond in the rough. Yeah, that's going to be that immediately becomes the finest woman in the room. Immediately. You know what I mean? Walter makes his money preaching a lifestyle. Walter makes his money from people who like what they see. He's selling a product, my friend. He's selling a product. Like everyone else in America is trying to sell you something. And there's people out there who like what they see on this platform. They do. You know, and it is what it is. I mean, who wouldn't like it? You're a young guy, you do driving around in exotic cars, man, living a life out there, rubbing elbows with the rich and famous. It's a great lifestyle. Can everyone achieve it? Not everyone. It takes a lot of work to get to that level. But if you work hard, you can do better than the current situation. But they're sending money. They are, like I said, someone has to put you on that pedestal. These guys are sending the money. And again, I disagree with the word preaching, but you know, hey man, all bullshit aside, I would lose that argument. I would say, because I'm like, I don't really consider them preaching it. But other people are like, nah, man, you know, you line up 10 people, I would probably lose that argument. But no, I don't like that word in this particular instance. But, you know, as far as everything else you're saying, bro, I'm with you, man. People do pedestalizing, man. They put him up on that. They put him up on there. They call him leader. They send him money, right? They're paying for services, and either they're happy with the product that they buy or they're not, but they're sending the money in nonetheless. You know what I mean? And he effed up. And now we have deleted. Yeah. He effed up and we have deleted baby, man. But here's the thing, bro. You just got to see it play out. All of us got to see this thing play out at the highest level. And that's another thing I said. There was no way if this woman truly was pregnant, which again, I don't necessarily believe, but it doesn't mean anything. MTR doesn't believe it either. But if this woman was truly pregnant, right, it is a sad thing. But the game is cold. And I knew from the beginning, I'm like, even if she is pregnant, she ain't gonna have this baby. It's gonna hurt. It's too much damage to her body. She's not gonna have this baby because it's not enough money in it for her. She needs to be married. She needs to be married, no strings attached. That's the only way someone who is gamed up to her level would even consider getting married to a man, because she needs to have that ability to walk away in 5 to 7 years or 8 years or whatever it may be. And she's going to walk away with at least half, right? And while married, she's going to be getting all this stuff and putting money away. And then when she walks away, you know, depending on what state you're in, you're probably going to want to be in California or New York. You're going to get child support and alimony after you get all the stuff, the houses and all that stuff. That's the play. That's the long game. That's the only way I believe that women on that at that caliber are going to actually have a baby, is if they get married, no strings attached kind of marriage, and all that kind of stuff. That's the only way you're going to get all that bread. That's the only way. There it is. Brother Pitney, the keeper of the knowledge, the keeper of the wisdom. Neither a borrower nor a lender be for loan off losses, both itself and friends. Right. And y'all know I can barely read, man. That's Shakespeare, man. That's the Kings. I don't speak the Kings. I speak America. But there it is right there, man. Brother D-Mac, you are correct. Brother Glenn, about to go live on this topic as well. DL, join. If you want, we can dual stream. Yeah, bro, I might jump over there. Appreciate that. You could say Bill Gates is where he is because of others. I wouldn't make excuses for Billy, though, or be his friend. I mean, that's cool. And that's another thing, too. A lot of people don't like the fact that, you know, I'm cool with Myron and Fresh. I am, man, Fresh is a good guy, bro. I'm sorry, man. And I really hold to that tenet, man. I'm sorry. I can't throw any stones, man, because I'm a sinner, too. Right? So, you know, like Jesus said, you know, you guys hear me say this all the time, man. You know, go ahead and put that sinner in the circle, man. Everybody get their rocks in the, you know, and let he who is without sin cast the first stone. I can't do it. I can't throw that first stone. I'm a sinner. Right. But I also understand the game to an extent that it's just like, hey, man, it is what it is. Let's figure out how we can win this particular game to our advantage. Let's try to, you know, let's get out here and learn. I've seen a lot. I'm like, yep, I've seen all this before. So yeah, brother Tippler, I will not step down from, you know, being cool with someone because they make mistakes or whatever. But if they start doing stuff that's like really malicious, they start going out there and I see for myself, like, oh, damn, bro, you really out here, you know what I mean, robbing. I mean, I'm cool with guys who are robbers and killers, like real murderers. I'm cool with guys who are sitting in prison for the rest, well, I'm not gonna say the rest of their life, but for the next 60 years. You know, I know guys who are sitting down doing real bids, and these are people that I know. And it's like, yeah, once they decide to go down that road, I can't go. Like, what's up? I see him. What's up, bro? I see you. Hey, man, can you give me a ride down the street? Nope, you can't get in this car because I know you done did something illegal, or you're on your way to do something illegal, or you got some ill-gotten gains in your pocket right now, and the police watching you. No, you can't get in my car. Nice seeing you, though, bro. I'm out of here. You're a criminal, man. I can't pick you up. I can't socialize with you. Nope, I don't want you on my social medias. Nope, I don't want you to have my number. You know, those things. Yeah, I ain't hating on you, homie, but I can't be around you, bro. Can't go down that road. Now, Myron and Fresh hadn't done that yet. Will they do that? I don't think so. And if they did, I'm moving on. So it's just one of those things. But I feel you, bro. And Templar, like, we don't need excuses. We need to hold men to account, especially those that younger men idolize. What we need to do is get these young boys not to idolize and give the, you know, and like we were saying over on Brother Base platform, and and what Brother Glenn and those guys talk about. We need alternatives because this ain't going nowhere. Even if Fresh were like, if Myron and Fresh did this, like, you know, we're not doing Fresh and Fit anymore. We're done. We're just gonna live our lives. Fresh is still gonna have his Instagram whenever they get back. When Instagram puts it up, he's gonna have his CEO channel where he's just vlogging, and people are gonna be looking at the flashy stuff. Man, there's nothing you can do to stop, you know, that thing what we're talking about right here, man. Like I don't like people that idolize. Like, you should be looking up to your father. You should be looking up to your grandfather. You should be looking up to your mom and your grandma and your uncles and stuff like that. And people aren't doing that. Why? Because a lot of them don't even have access to these people. So they're going out, you know, looking up to whoever they're looking up to. Like, even like, you know, he's being, I would say that Fresh is being held to account on this one, bro. 100%. 100%. He ain't running from it. He screwed up. He's being held to account. I would say much more so than a lot of our elected officials, much more so than a lot of these, clergy people out here. It's not like the manosphere is just taking Fresh and moving him to another part of the manosphere, another part of the world, like the Catholic Church was doing with a lot of these, priests who were doing bad things. And instead of holding them to account and doing something, they would just protect them. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. That's bad. It's like lawsuits are the new divorces. That Brother Pitney. Yeah, that's a shame. Because no one's getting married. Right? So it's like, we got to find another way. Well, I'm going to sue you because you caused me all this stress and this and that, whatever. You know what I mean? And Brother Templar is saying, but this stream is throwing stones at the clout chasers. No, the fresh and fit haters. See, I ain't saying much. What I'm doing is trying to point out the lessons in all of this. Like, you look at what Abba is doing. Like, what is he doing? Why is he doing it? Was Abba out here trying to help this poor young woman who was being victimized by the big bad wolf that was, Fresh? Or was Abba out here trying to use this woman to bring damage to guys that he don't like? And now that's all said and done, he's just kind of like, oh, well, I didn't really do anything bad. What Abba did was, like he said at the top, he was like, well, maybe I added a little more credibility to a woman that didn't quite deserve it. Man, it was a lot of credibility. A lot. And he was kind of like, well, whatever. Okay, that's cool. As far as throwing stones, here's what it is, bro. Let's point this out. Let's point this out. Let's point out how this can hurt you down the road. Let's try to get some alternatives to these people out here, man. A lot of people watching this. Is this how I'm supposed to move? Like, I wouldn't move like this, man. You can, but I wouldn't move like this. Mike Watts is in the building. Hey, bro, what's good, fam? I wouldn't move like this. Let's get back to the video.
Nasty work.
Here. I like to cover Days of Our Lives, but I ain't trying to be in it.
Right.
My name ain't Walter.
Yo.
I ain't from
Right.
Barbados. I don't like coconuts, and I ain't into tricking. That's not for me.
That part right there, though, he said he's not into tricking. He said that he doesn't have a problem paying women for the Foxy Brown, bro. And I don't, it's cool. People want to do that. But again, everything he says goes back to Fresh and Fit. Everything he says goes back to Fresh and Fit. I don't think there's anything in here. MTR is like, hey, look out. This woman, look out for what this woman was doing. Y'all didn't see this from the beginning. I've been preaching and saying, hey, y'all, look at this. Look at what can happen to you. Yes, this is at the highest level, but man, this happens all up and down the chain. Look what can happen to you. Be careful out there. Right? He's not saying that. It's just he wants to go after Fresh and Fit. And even his business partner preaches like, man, I ain't coming to do that, man. Like, nah, bro. Let's leave this alone. Like I said, creative differences, possibly. Chasing the great white whale.
Person life to be free of abortions, free of drama, baby mamas, and everything in between.
You know what's also so crazy about this? If you look at her game, it's really not game. It's just saying, it's like when you see the dudes in the club that are like 80 years old, rich, with like a 20-year-old woman. Shout out, kudos to that guy. But understand there's an exchange there. She's not that smart, but he has a lot of money. That's essentially, she's like the Nigerian scammer that emails you with bad English and then tricks you into sending money because with that money, they can get out of whatever situation that they need to be. And then you'll get untold riches. Like, that's the ridiculousness that Fresh fell for. Fresh. It also makes me think through the mindset of a man that has the ability to be tricked to this degree by such a clear example of bullshit.
I'm not down.
And this is the stuff that Abba knows and should be saying. Abba's not saying that. This is why I wanted to react to MTR. MTR is 100% correct. 100%. Everything he just said is 100% on point. And Brother Mike is like, yo, Saturday afternoon show. Yeah, you're going to see me doing more content, man. I'm trying to step it up. I'm trying to step it up, brother. Brother Vikings in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you checking in, man. Templar. Brother Templar is like, DL, you got to see who you're criticizing and holding to account whilst excusing those that should be held to a higher account. Who should be held to a higher account, brother? Aren't we all men? This is the point I'm trying to make. Like the game is crazy, man. We didn't make up this game, bro. And we, you know what I'm saying? We didn't ask to be in this game. We were born into it, and we shall die while in it. But this is the thing I don't like. This is one of my biggest gripes with religion. Because religion and spirituality to me are two different things. One of my biggest gripes with religion is this hierarchy. I can remember coming up in churches, man, and there were, you know, people in the church, poor people in the church, man, hardworking folks, man, getting assistance from the government. You know, they can't really afford to properly clothe their kids and stuff like that. And they would get their last $100 bills, man, like their last $200, and will give it to a fund so the preacher can send one of his kids to an Ivy League school, right? The preacher done already paid for the Ivy League school. And the child's about to go to, you know, young adults about to go off to Brown or about to go off to UPenn or Cornell from some we're in a small Midwest town, but they're about to go off to Ivy League. And these people are, you know, pulling out their last $100, their last $30, their last $10 and putting it in the bucket so it could go to this child. So they, you know, I want you to have this. And man, that's that hierarchy, man. And that's not good. That's not good. And again, it just shows another level of the game. And people looking at me crazy because I ain't putting none of my money in there. Like, bro, I'm out here hustling for this. You know what kind of, I'm taking penitentiary chances to get this money in my pocket. I am not giving it away to that dude's kid because that dude, y'all say is better. We all the same. We all the same. So that's one of the things that, man, we should really be cautious. We should be, you know, really, really leery of the, you know, the hierarchy thing. You got to be real careful of that. I was talking to a Marine last night. Shout out to brother Z. He just happens to be in Tampa, man. He's just here for some work. He's, you know, passing through. He's going back to the West Coast. And an old Marine. And he said, hey, man, he was like, I believe like in the Roman days, you know, once Caesar or whatever, you know, conquered, you know, I mean, whatever, you know, I mean, whatever ruler, whatever emperor, once the emperor conquered whatever land, they came back and would have the big parades or whatever. I forget what they called them. But he said that every emperor in Rome would have a slave next to him. So as they're going through the progressions and everything, and everyone's like, hail you, and you're great, you're a God, you're the man, you're better than us, you this, the slave will be whispering in the ear of the emperor, you're just a man. You're just a regular man. You're no different than everyone else. And I looked at that Marine, this was last night. I'm like, you for real? I ain't never heard that before, bro. I know. He's like, look it up, man. He's like, I'm telling you, it's true. You're just a man. Fresh, Fit, Abba, Preach, MTR, DL Saint, you know what I mean? President of the United States, you know what I mean? Like Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, you know, Putin, whoever, name them all. They're just men, just like the rest of us. Don't pedestalize them. Keep them grounded. Keep them grounded. That's all, man. Just a man. Let's continue.
Makes me feel bad for him.
It's really weird that you're trying to get back into anything that's even remotely close.
Right.
So why are you trying so hard? And here's the thing, let's be honest. Let's be honest. A woman that looks like that and takes pictures like that ain't laying on thick with a nigga that look like me. I ain't saying I don't do it. I ain't saying girls don't check for me. But a girl that look like that take pictures like that, ain't making no advances on me.
That's logic.
For that money. No, we
exactly.
lie to ourselves. Don't get me wrong. I do get my DMs. They don't look like that.
Right. Yeah. I'll even say sometimes in my DMs, I'll get a list of random viscous innard plastered over to me. And I look at it and acknowledge it with my eyes and never double tap and hit on that like button. But generally, it is not from women that look like Daisy Fit Chen. So I will acknowledge Abba as he says this. If you get a woman as aesthetically symmetrical as a Daisy Fit Chen, post-surgery or not, she's not an ugly girl that's hitting you up like that, as thirsty to what that is, woo, woo, woo. Red flags, alarm bells, things should be going off in your head.
Okay. And I ain't a dreamy type. I ain't no MLK. I ain't no sleep, no American dream, no nothing. I live in reality. I date real normal people. Maybe they come knock once. this girl done did it like 2-3 times. And I said, oh, I'm like, there's no way you're that person. We don't have any reason. So of course I'm suspicious. She claimed that she'd kept the kid. Turns out she'd already had the abortion about 2 weeks before. So she'd been lying to everybody, right? Because she ended up getting caught in a live stream drinking, and everyone's like, wait, aren't you pregnant?
Right.
And she's like, oh, no, I wasn't drinking alcohol. Then she had to walk her back and said, guys, I'm not keeping the kid. I just got the abortion. She'd already gotten it while. That's why she was drinking all. She'd been lying, folks.
He knew she was lying when she first walked through the door, folks. I mean, it is what it is. Brother Templar said something that caught my eye here. He like, Walter has deleted baby blood on his hands. Has anyone else done something worse in all of this? Bro, I'm here to tell you, there are those of us out here that have way worse than deleted baby blood. We got that and so much more. I'm just gonna leave it there. But I hear where you're coming from. I just think that in the end, bro, we're all just men and women. We're all equally sinners. ain't no hierarchy. We're all sinners, stuck in this game, bro. Trying to figure it out. So, all that stuff Abba was talking about, how this woman is so beautiful, and he know that, I don't have women coming after me like this. I don't have women that are beautiful coming after me. I know it's got to be something going on here. That's the part right there. That's his self-confidence right there, bro. Dude ain't got game. What do you mean? You don't have, you ain't used to dealing with dimes. I'm telling you, man, dimes are some of the easiest women to get at. If you have a little bit of game and you know what you're doing, you can get at them. They get to choose, right? And all you got to do is be around, bro. I'm telling you, they don't have the kind of game that men need to get them. They're just beautiful. Men come to them. But Abba is sitting here like, man, I ain't got no, I know, people hitting me up in my DMs ain't pretty like that. I just mess with average people. What? I've had, if you got a little bit of game, bro, there is no limit. There is no limit. You look at someone like Abba, right? You have this success on YouTube, the money that comes with that, the clout that comes with that, the fame that comes with that. Your networking ability just expands. The guy was stand-up comedian. Stand-up comedian. Bro, stand-up comics get some of the finest women you've ever seen. For real. If you're good at it, bro, these women come holler at you, man. I told y'all the stories. I had women coming up to me just because I'm running some good rooms in LA. I ran some of the best rooms in LA at the time. The cool kids would see that. They would recognize that. Oh, this guy's good at whatever it is he's doing. Plus, I had the gear on. I was driving the whip, right? Because I was an air traffic controller. I had bread. I'm out here doing comedy. Man, I got a few. Got some nice ones, bro. 8 9s and a couple of 10s. In the 20-something years I've been doing stand-up. 8 9s and a couple of 10s. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I remember once I got on with she was a solid 8. 8.5 even. Young girl, beautiful chick, and she was fine. We riding around with my people. We was at a bar in LA, riding around, we left the bar with a couple, we had a little group with us. And this woman was sitting there telling me who her favorite comic was. Some random comedian. Man, she's like, man, this guy, he's just so funny. It's like my favorite comic. Guess what? The guy she was talking about was driving the car. She's sitting right behind him. She's sitting right behind him. I was like, that's him right there. And she was like, what? Went crazy. Now, he wasn't available. He wasn't doing nothing like that, but she got to interact and have fun. We were all chilling. They were sipping on wine. I was sipping on cognac. Guess who got to have the fun? Guess who got the Foxy Brown? That's right. Young Uncle Saint. He was the one. She was so excited. We slid into one of the guest rooms. It was great. It was great. Right? So for someone like Abba to sit here and tell me like he's not smashing like 8 9s and 10s, that lets me know that, bro, you got to really work on your game and work on your confidence and just step it up. I mean, just your clout alone, it will give you, 60% of the fight is right there. Now all you got to do is bring it on home. Have a little game. That's what it boils down to. But it seems to me he's like, he's afraid to gun at him. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, bro?
She was lying about that portion.
Yeah.
The day she went to go get them ultrasounds and all that stuff, by that point, apparently she'd already gotten it done. That's right. Somebody
Oh.
apparently got in touch with her pimp. Yeah. They found out she really was a night worker. Yeah. But I ain't gonna give you the details on that. That'll be Tree of Logic who's gonna do that.
Think back to the Fresh and Fit live stream when they had to try to debunk everything. And Myron showed the video of the chick soliciting. She went up on platforms after that and vehemently denied all of that. What did she say? If I'm an S worker, prove it. And the truth, she was being controlled by a man the entire time, something that I previously called out in these videos. So although Fresh is still wrong and still should be held accountable for being a moron, this is why Myron went so far to defend not only his business partner, but his boy.
What's more, she was going through Walter's stuff, some of his jewelry boxes.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
We got us a
Scammer.
bad one right here.
Yeah.
Or guys, go check out Tree of Logic because she's gonna be dropping a vid with all the receipts and everything. But all this to say, what does all of this mean in the grand scheme of things? Walter, you're a sucker. You fell for that shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. She hyper aggressive, but she ain't skilled. She don't got
Right.
that finesse. I mean, one of the really good details she did is she paid for part of that bracelet, 15K. You know, that's some next level
Yeah.
tricking where you trying to do the long con. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
But
Yeah.
outside of that, her DM game was trash. The fact that you fell for that isn't because she's talented or she's some con artist, is that you really wanted to
it. Yeah.
believe that she
Yeah.
was super into you. Because the
Sad.
way I seen her text me, I was like,
Yeah.
oh girl, your mess, you must be running game with 30 different dudes.
Right.
Ain't no way. My girl got a football roster full of dudes. She probably texts him like this.
Mm.
Walter,
And again, it goes back to what we were saying. Like, it's, if I have a beautiful woman try to get at me just out of the blue, the first thing that goes through my mind is she's trying to get something from me, which is the first thing that goes through my mind when some random dude walks up to me and introduces himself and starts asking me, why are you here? Who do you know? And da. Because normally I'm at a business events. I'm real networking events. They're trying to figure out who they need to link up with so they can move up to the next level. They're trying to figure out who the valuable people are. Men and women both do this in that environment. Now on the streets, dudes ain't really doing that in the streets. You know, most of the time, if dudes trying to hang out with you, if you meet them in the trenches, in the lounge or in the club or something like that, they recognize that you're good with women and they're just trying to, you know what I'm saying? They want to kind of be in your wake so they can catch the women. they want to get right there, so they can catch the women that you don't want, and they'll snatch on one of them. But when women come up to you, it's okay. Maybe she's trying to figure out who I'm with, who I am. She knows I'm important because I'm in here. She's already seen important people talk to me. That's why she walked up to me in the first place. Like, this guy's plugged in with the G's. And then from that point, you just kind of go that, okay, the game is on. How they say in England, the game's afoot, lad. Once now it's on, bro. So you figure out what she about. You're going back and forth or whatever. Every woman to some extent is trying to figure out where you are because they want to get the best. They're going to have to do some vetting. They have to figure out who you are. And I'm doing the same thing. Now it boils down to the mission. What's my mission? If I'm just trying to smash, I can care less about all that other stuff. I'm just trying to smash. So I need to figure out what it is she's looking for. How can I get her comfortable? Get her to tell me the truth and see what it do. That's when I'm trying to smash. And I'm not just trying to smash in a few days. I'm trying to hit tonight in that situation. Is this the one? Is she going to want to go home tonight? No, I'm moving on. Right? It is what it is. But Abba, it sounds like he's just afraid. Just out and out afraid to even, consider that possibly this woman is trying to holler at him because she think he's cute, or she likes the way he smells, or he made a funny joke. Hey, I saw that joke you did about, being into men and playing with men's private parts. And she might be thinking it takes a strong-willed guy to actually make a joke like that and put it out there for the world to see. Are you really gay? Well, no, I didn't think so. So, hey, what's going on? What's your name? It could go down like that. Right? I'm just trying to make up some sort of fantasy scenario, but you never know, bro. You never know. You know, think of all them the mega stars that done played, you know, dressed up as women and played these roles, man. That'll get them women. But Abba's afraid to talk to women. So he's saying there's no way a beautiful woman would come up to me. That says a lot. That says a lot. And as for Fresh, you're like, oh, I can't believe Fresh fell for it. Fresh met her in the real world, bro. Fresh was out there in the clubs or whatever in Miami on the boats. That's when he bumped into her, and he's looking at it like, you know, maybe that was what he wanted. He's paying the price. Not only with all the stuff with everybody saying what they're saying, but he's got to pay for these attorneys, bro. He's got to pay for everything that's going on. He's being held to account in more ways than one. This is a very valuable lesson to Fresh, and I guarantee you this lesson is going to cost him probably between $80,000 and $100,000, man. You know, and I might be on the high side there, but all this stuff with James Sexton, man, everything is billable, bro. Plus, he's going to have attorneys in Florida looking for stuff at least paralegals. All that stuff, all that time is going to be billable. All of it. If this gets in front of a court, in front of a judge, even more billable hours, man. He might be looking at $100,000 just to get out of this situation. What's it going to cost her? Probably nothing. Even if they get a judgment against her, she's probably not going to pay. She's going to leave the country. All right, you can't come back into America. So what? Fresh is still out of $100,000. It's a $100,000 lesson that we can learn for free if we pay attention.
You're supposed to be an expert, but you fell for really lame game. And you nutted inside her and you got her pregnant. Now, we all grateful that she didn't keep it.
I don't,
because that baby would have served way better than y'all.
If she was ever pregnant.
How do we wrap all this up? The dudes in the red pill don't practice what they preach. Now, as for me,
Abba. A situation with Fresh being an idiot and extrapolating it to all content creators associated with the red pill is like saying all police officers are bad because of the bad actions of a few or one. There's some good actors out there, and I think that you know that. Don't let your beef with Fresh and Fit cloud your judgment. Carrying on.
Nah, man, we're being honest. We gave her a little bit more charitability than she probably deserved. But hey, man, you know, it's all
a lot more,
because we didn't say she is one thing or another. The only people who said she wasn't an escort was who?
And again, it goes back to Fresh and Fit because he doesn't care about this woman. He actually used this woman as part of the game. Right? Chalk it all up to the game. I ain't mad at him. He's doing what he's doing. I'm gonna show this part right here. There's some more Fresh and Fit clips. Right? It was all about Fresh and Fit. And even MTR is like, bro, what are you doing here? This ain't real. What you saying, Brother Templar? Like, Dio, I want to stay, but my boy on Glenn's, thanks for the pushback, Mike. Hope we discourse again soon. Thanks, Dio. Peace. Hey, shout out to you, Templar. Shout out to you, Brother Templar. You're always welcome here, man. And like I say, bro, you know, we need to challenge ourselves to go into different bubbles. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely come back, man. Come back and holler at us, man. We're gonna be talking about all sorts of stuff, man. We're gonna continue to talk about the game of life, my friend. All these different games out here, man. Thanks for popping in, bro. I really appreciate you, man. I'll see you soon. I'll jump over there too. When I'm done here, I'm gonna come over. Trust and believe, I'm gonna come over. Brother Nick C in the building. What's good, fam? Abba epic fail. Absolutely, man. All this, it's not even Abba and Preach. It's Abba. When it comes to Fresh and Fit, it's Abba. It's not Abba and Preach. It's just Abba. Abba got a hard on for these boys. You know what I mean? And like I said, Fresh and Fit is the Moby Dick, and he is Captain Ahab. He is going to destroy himself going after these boys. For what? Myron Fresh ain't thinking about him. Myron Fresh wasn't thinking about them from the beginning. It was Abba and Preach coming after Fresh and Fit. That's just how YouTube works, I guess. You know, people go back and forth because we got another video we're going to look at here. How these people begin to turn on each other. You know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Yeah, guys. So, yeah, definitely no Diddy, bro. Definitely no Diddy, brother Mike. No problem, Templar. None, nothing personal. Yeah, Templar's from a different bubble, man. And I go over there, and when I walked in there, it was hardcore, man. They came at me. They came at Uncle St. Hard, but I don't care because I'm airborne. Who? I mean, it's what? Say what you want to say. But we're going to sit down and have discussions like men. And that's why I keep rocking with those guys, because at the end of the day, they're like, you know what? This is cool. Let's go ahead and have these talks. So they come over here with respect. And I'm honored that they do that. They come over here with respect. Like, you know, you ain't gotta believe us. We're not an echo chamber over here. We welcome everybody. We want folks to come over here. Just come correct. You know what I mean? It is. I don't think there's anything in there that Brother Templar said that I would consider to be offensive or, you know what I mean, low blows or whatnot. I mean, he was saying what he had on his heart, bro. That's what's up. Do that. Do that. That's how we need to do as men in men's spaces so we can get better, right? Don DeMarco to that.
Don DeMarco.
So yeah, them brothers are welcome over here. Like I said, when I'm done here, I'm going over there to holler at them because they're gonna be up for a while. Talking, you know what I mean, doing their thing. I'm gonna be over there, but let's watch the clip that they made on Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit.
But then she's running around and telling Abba and Preach and all these other simps, oh, I'm not an escort, and they're believing it. Oh, okay, I believe it. Letting her tell you all these lies. Question for you, bro. What proof do you have that she's an escort? This girl comes from a rich-ass family.
Yeah, bro.
You know how difficult it is to get a fucking visa as a Chinese national to come to the United States as often as she does?
Here's what I want. I wonder what this chick said to Fresh to convince him that she comes from a rich-ass family, because that's part of the game as well. Oh, I don't need your money. I already come from money.
Facts. She probably had somebody co-signing for her that Fresh believed. I don't think it was just her. Maybe Fresh was just like, she the prototype. I want to be with her. And, you know, you're looking at everything. You know, she just kind of believed it. Just kind of walked into it. I come from a wealthy family. Bro, she's walking around with, you know, like I said, like all of her videos, you look at the jewelry she has on, just the jewelry alone, thousands of dollars in jewelry. She's wearing like designer dresses, man, thousands of dollars in dresses, shoes, thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? And like I said, I believe from the very beginning, she came in spending money on Fresh, buying him dinner. Like I said, like paying for his gas or whatever, bringing him gifts and all that. I believe she was doing that as part of the game. Right? We know she spent a lot of money on the expensive gifts for his mom and stuff like that. We know that happened. So that's why they were like, well, yeah, man, she's already wealthy. Myron just kind of there on the peripheral. He don't know. They're just kind of looking at her, and but there were people in the Fresh and Fit camp that were like, women in the Fresh and Fit camp that was like, don't trust that lady, don't trust her. As soon as they saw her, they knew this is another reason why you need women around you. Not women you trying to smash, either like your women, either like women, the woman you with, like your girl, and then but you definitely want women around you that you trust that's on your team. You want them around because they're gonna see through all the bullshit another woman pulls up. Like, not her. Look out. Be careful with her. Shout out to Angie. Angie saw it day one. Shout out to her, but they didn't listen. That's another thing too. Shame on you for not listening to your people. Why wouldn't you listen to your people? Why would you believe some stranger who's outside the camp over the people in your camp? This is all these lessons are out here to be learned. All these lessons. So yeah, they believed her. They thought she was wealthy. She came from a wealthy family. It was what it was. But once the real word came back, it's like, oh shit, she fooled us. Happens all the time, right? Con men, con women, confidence men, confidence women. That's how they get you. They sell you on a dream. They get you. Once they get inside, man, they fill their pockets and they run. And you know, allegedly, I think Abba was saying that maybe she got in there into Fresh's crib and was like allegedly taking things. We don't know. We got to get into it. We don't know.
That's part of the game as well. So Myron probably just heard Fresh say that. And then now that's what the information that Myron was conducting and holding these conversations when the own Fresh and Fit audience was like, hey, we've been looking at this chick in the way that she posts, and it goes against what you guys have said. Don't date women who post provocatively on social media, but she's posting provocatively. So then they start to dig deeper and find out more information. But Abba has a point here. They were defending this nasty woman at some junction.
She comes from a very wealthy family, bro.
Here's where you're wrong. One, she's on the court, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet.
Bro, you thought that
You
shit
did
was
buy a
gonna work
bracelet.
on me. You don't know how I roll. Cause we out here being boys.
Yeah, here come the gay stuff again, bro. The bracelet thing. Did Fresh pay for the bracelet? Did he pay for half of the bracelet? Where is the bracelet? There's a whole bunch of talk about this bracelet thing. I don't believe he did it, but but anything is possible. You know, and they say that, you know, because she said, well, he bought me fake jewelry. That was a conversation at first. He bought me fake jewelry. He bought me some tickets to fly me here and fly me there. We went to all that kind of stuff. If you out here in the game and you chasing women or whatever, you womanizing, you're going to spend some money. You're going to come off some money. Some dude's standard game is to buy gifts. I mean, I know NFL, NBA guys in LA. They'll be going out there in the store somewhere shopping, and they'll see a woman that they think's attractive. They'll walk up to the woman, ask her name, and say, "Hey, why don't you buy anything? You have anything you want?" That's their game. They're just straight in with money. That's what they do. They don't, "Hey, let's go out," whatever. Like I said, there are guys out there who take women to expensive dinners and stuff like that, and take them on trips or whatever. That's all part of the game. If you choose to do it, do it. No, but for Fresh to meet a girl and within a matter of weeks, he's buying her. Because remember, he only messed with her for like 26 days or something like that. So within 14 days or so or less, he's trying to buy her something. Let's just say I never saw it. You know what I mean? I never saw it. Mr. Minnesota 32, what's good, fam? Welcome. W Unk, W Fresh and Fit, L Lingling. Yeah, man. She almost got in there though, bro. Her game was almost good enough to get in there. Brother Viking, like Raw Dog Fresh, was a joke on the show for the longest time. That's a fact. Myron done been trying to tell Fresh for years now, but you see how he was trying to hold all red pill guys to account for his mistake. Yeah. You know what I mean? Brother Viking continues. That's not what Fresh and Fit say. They say smash 304s, but don't wife them. Damn fools. Reframing into the lame bullshit. Clear strong man. Yeah, and when I'm over there talking to them, I bring that up all the time. When I'm over in their circles, man, their bubbles, I say it all the time. They're like, Fresh and Fit don't practice what they preach. I'm like, unfortunately, they do. Up until this point, they have been practicing exactly what they preach. Right? Smash these 304s and go raw. That's what they've been. They go over there. You can watch it. Based Oracle, Raging Tomato, Uncle Saints over there talking to these guys all the time. I'm over there on their platforms like, man, this is what they've been preaching forever. Said it over here. When folks would come out, I have mad people call me when it's hit. Mad people call me. See, look at your boys, man. Look at this. They're not practicing what they preach. I'm like, they're practicing. Fresh is doing exactly what he says he does. Myron is doing exactly what he says he does. Myron has Angie, who's a beautiful woman, inside and out, real cool. She adds value and all that. But he still has other women out there too. And guess what? Angie doesn't mess with other men. That is the situation. He is practicing what he preaches. It is what it is. When they say that, I'm like, bro, they doing what they say they do, man. They like to go raw. I tell you this, though. Fresh ain't going raw no more. I guarantee you that. Brother Mike. Yep. If he spent $15K, she wouldn't be doing this. Facts. They said 15. They told me the bracelet was as much as 60,000. Like he paid half, like 30 grand. Like if he spent $15,000 or $30,000, if she got that much money out of him, she wouldn't have done none of this, bro. That's an absolute fact. I've been saying that from day one. The only reason she went full-blown kamikaze is because she invested money and she gave away her most valuable research, which is her body, and she got nothing for it. That's why she went ballistic. Right, Brother Mike? Yeah, Brother Mr. Yeah, Brother Minnesota. Yeah, criticism is key to success. Absolutely. Can't get better, man. Can't get better if you don't see what the problem is, man. Brother Viking Myron is the one that wraps his junk. His main girl packs his condoms for him. So that's what's up, see? That's what's up. So, let's watch this last part. We're going to move to another video. I just want y'all to see this part right here, man. This is very telling. Again, I don't watch Aber and Preach. I have no idea what goes on their platform. Maybe this is something they do all the time. Maybe they do this free lifestyle kind of rainbow stuff all the time. But listen, when he puts on his hood, listen to what he's saying.
He's with the boys. He's out here holding each other's junk, walking down the street. Sometimes your nigga got his knee all banged up from working out and shit. So he need a little bit of a support, like a cane. But I'm like, bro, I got.
Look at MTR.
It's hard too. She did. Yeah. That's not gay. That's called holding up your homies, making sure they get to their destination. Everybody coming. You dig? Boys being boys. That ain't gay, bro. That's camaraderie. You wouldn't know nothing about that. You dorks out there playing video games and shit from home.
I'm uncomfortable.
Ain't never had a man hold you through the night and let you know how much you loved and shit, how much you deserve to be cared for.
I mean, I guess this is what they do over there, man. And again, Abba is supposed to be in the comedy world. So maybe I'm a stand-up. Maybe he's an improv guy. Maybe he's just doing an improv thing. Maybe that's what he's doing right here. I don't find this funny. And I mean, even walking around, like, what do the kids say? They call it cringy. Yeah, this shit right here is suspect, bro.
How you deserve to be seduced and shit. Drizzle. Bro, My homie came back from camp. And I had to help him clean. So I ate his ass. Just wipe it down. That ain't gay. That's called sanitation. That's cleaning. Pause.
Comedy is supposed to make you uncomfortable sometimes, I guess.
Boys.
Comedy's supposed to be funny, brother MTR. If it's not funny, it's not funny. That's Brett Ernst. Shout out to Brett Ernst, man. He's only funny is funny. And this is the reason I don't like improv. Abba's not funny. Now, he might be a successful comedian because you don't have to be funny to be successful in that game. You just got to be able to put butts in the seats. So Abba could go out there, host a comedy show, bring his favorite comics out, and probably make $50,000 to $100,000 over a weekend if he gets a venue, a space that's big enough. Get a big enough venue because they have 2 million followers on YouTube and they have that platform. But doing stuff like this to get people to come off the platform, bro, I get it. It's like comedy's supposed to make you uncomfortable. Yes, but it still has to be funny. The thing is funny. Bill Burr's bit about Coco Chanel will make you uncomfortable, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It'll make you uncomfortable because you got to think about it. Right? So what Abba's doing is not funny. But when Bill Burr says some stuff like this,
Jesus Christ, be a man. Push it down. Push it down. Deny your feelings. Act like you have answers. Do some man shit right now.
Right? That's funny. And if you watch that whole thing, which is Sorry You Feel That Way, it's on Netflix. Bill Burr, Sorry You Feel That Way. You'll hear that bit. You'll hear the entire bit. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And it'll make you think. The Coco Chanel bit, that's on Live at Red Rocks. That's on Netflix as well. Bill Burr. It'll make you, the stuff that he tied together, man. It'll make you like, it'll make you uncomfortable, but it's funny. He was talking about, dealing with LGBTQ women. Like, he was talking about that. Bro, I'm telling you, go watch that. Bill Burr, Live at Rare Rocks. It's on Netflix. That's excellent comedy. What Abba is doing, I don't know. Maybe Preach should have been there so Abba couldn't do what he wants to do. This right here is this ain't cool.
Hey, sometimes the homies come through and just fucking take me from behind. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? They're like, man, we on that Fresh and Fit. I'm like, oh shit, that ain't gay. That's just boys being boys. You ain't never had a dude rub the inside of your thigh.
All right. I'm skipping ahead. I can't take it anymore. Okay.
That being said, to conclude, I think that it can be said that Daisy, she's not an escort. She loves me for me.
Oh, he's imitating Fresh?
Okay. You wouldn't understand that because you don't have game. But me, I have game. That shorty over there, bro, she like me for me. Now.
That's pretty good impression.
Coconuts in Barbados. That being said, who decided 2 + 2 is 2? No, let me stop. Anyways, guys, that's it, man.
Again, man, like he went for it, but I don't find that funny. But I'm pretty sure, there's people out there who are like, oh man, that was hilarious. Okay. I believe that all's fair in love and war. There's, everything's on the table. But he's sitting there messing with Fresh. It's like, all right, for the people on the other side, for the people, the blue pill folks and the mainstream folks, I thought you ain't supposed to mess with people when they have, issues, right? Fresh has a speech impediment. It has one of the largest platforms on YouTube with a speech impediment, right? And I was making fun of that. I just wanted to point that out. I think it's all fair. I come from a world where, like I said, if you got a stutter, you're going to be called stutter. Every time somebody talk to you, they're going to be making stuttering noises and doing all right. You got a tick. If God forbid you had Tourette's going to our school in the 1970s and 80s. Oh my goodness. It's been on every single day. We had a dude that had a little hand mic. Was what it was. Even when we just being normal, little hand mic. Shit, teachers would get to a point of, hey, little hand mic. They'll have to stop themselves because they heard it so much. Here's what it is. But in today's kinder, gentler, softer world, how is it that Abba is saying these things about Fresh, making fun of his speech impediment, and it's all good, right? Just want to point that out. I think it's fair. I think you should be able to talk anything you want to talk about anybody. I do believe that, especially in comedy, especially if it's funny. But if it's not funny, you got a problem.
Yeah. I want to close out this chapter. No baby being born. This girl's shifty. These dudes are frauds. At the end of the day, has anything really changed? No. The world is more of the same. I was trying to enjoy this Kendrick versus Drake beef.
Yeah, I got to get in there.
And then I had Ling Ling over here trying to
lie.
Do something nasty.
She's trying to suck you off, Albert. Let's see. Is he gonna say anything else?
Trying to give them ammunition for a future diss track, you crazy lady.
Yeah, that is absolutely a fact. Definitely would have been. It would have been ammunition.
You know, so that was that video. Again, shout out to MTR, bro. Like, you know, I gotta give like he stands on what he stands on, man. Shout out to MTR, bro. I ain't mad at him. Right. And like I said, like Brother D Mac is like, yeah, unfortunately, this is a huge hit on Fresh and Fit's credibility. Yeah, it's a lot of ammo for those who don't rock with those guys. And for those who do rock with them, it is what it is. It's like, well, still lessons learned. Lessons learned. You know, Brother Viking, it's only funny if you know next to nothing about what Fresh and Fit really say. It is just mass hate from Abba. It's not really mass. It's just outright hate from Abba. It is what it is. Remember, Abba is the one that likes being milked. Damn. And said so on cam. No joking. I didn't know that, bro. Damn. I mean, all right, here's a lesson. If you love being milked, I mean, that's cool. That's your business, but don't broadcast that out to the public, man. That's something that you know, I mean, that's between you and whoever the milker is. I'm just letting you know. One more video before we wrap this up. And this is Just Tree 411. I had no idea who she was until this whole Fresh and Fit thing popped off. This is the most of her content I've ever watched. I won't be watching her content. I'm not in these lanes, but her and Duke the Don. Duke the Don is a guy, you know, another guy who makes a lot of money off of Fresh and Fit. Never watched any of his content. You know, I'm not in the black YouTube spaces. I'm not in the black manosphere space per se. I've been over there a little bit, kind of dipped my toe in it. People invite me over sometimes to panels and I'll jump on. There's folks that I know and I'm cool with, I'll jump on. But I don't stay over there. I don't stay over there. I try to move as much mainstream as possible when it comes to this YouTube thing. You know what I mean? Like, Abba's a cow. That's hilarious. So, this Just Tree or The Tree 411 or whatever her name is, she's been all over this. She had Daisy on her platform, just like Abba and Preach had Daisy on their platform, just like Ethan Klein and Duke the Don. In fact, I think she was on Duke the Don's platform when she made the announcement that she terminated, her pregnancy. So, old girl was making the rounds, right? You see how she was coming after Abba. Best believe she was coming after all the dudes that she thought she could make a run at for multiple reasons. Like if she can get some bread, if she can get some, little extra money, it wouldn't be nothing to her. Like, work something out. And some of the dudes will fall for it. It is what it is. Depends on where they are with the game and all that, with their understanding. So apparently she did this video and it said the title of this video is I Told the Truth and now Duke the Don wants to unalive me, which is crazy. Yeah, look at that. IRS in the building. What's good, fam? Like everybody making money off of Fresh and Fit these days. Yeah, man. Fresh and Fit, it's the business, bro. It's easy, man. You got the platform and you can pull down, 10,000 views, man, depending on what your RPM is. Bro, you looking good, man. You're looking at, easily a couple $100 a video, if not a couple $1,000 per video, depending on, what's going on. They eating. And Brother Penny was like, yeah, the Milky usually stays quiet. Not sure why he put that out to the world. Yeah, but again, man, comics think of different. Comics believe that everything is fair game, and simply because something they think is funny in their head, they just throw it out there and think it's funny for the rest of the world. Like, see, it's like I'm fearless or whatever. You still gotta make it funny. And I don't know what context in which he said I like getting milked. He could have been doing it for a giggle or a laugh or whatever. I don't know. It is what it is, man. But so she's saying that Duke the Don threatened to, want to delete her or whatever over this thing. Let's see what it is. Oh, my bad.
.com and What's up, Taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. And oh boy, I got another D threat, guys. Yes, another man has threatened to unalive me, all because I basically told the truth. Now, some of you are already familiar with this story because you saw the live stream. You was part of the live stream, but I think I need to make a very short video. I'm gonna do my best to make it as short as possible so that you can understand how unhinged Duke is. Duke the Don is certifiably crazy, but that's cool. I could deal with crazy. The thing about it is that all I did in good faith was answer the questions that you asked. Let me explain how this all came about. Coach Greg Adams featured my video where I said, and I'm just paraphrasing, if you want to keep up a roost, and I'm talking about Daisy, if you want to keep up a roost, don't be seen with your ratchet BBL girlfriend drinking wine in Miami. So that's what I was saying. And the roost was, she was not pregnant when she was vaping. She was not pregnant when she was drinking. The day that she had the sonogram, that was going to be her last sonogram to prove that she was pregnant. I think she was 6.5 weeks pregnant. That day that she was at Planned Parenthood to terminate the pregnancy, she got the prescription pills to do just that. And that's what I disclosed, because he wanted me to say, what is the ruse? And the ruse is she was pretending to be pregnant and she wasn't. And he lost his mind. But I just,
you know, it's another thing too, with her going through all this. I'm surprised that she didn't. I'm really surprised that she didn't post the prescription. Like, she posts everything else. Why wouldn't she post, like, you know, like little shorty just says that she got the prescription pills. Why didn't she post those pills? She posted everything else. Cause I'm adamant. I don't believe she was ever pregnant. I really don't. I don't think she was pregnant at any given time. You know, Brother D Mac is right. Real players move in stealth mode. You know, and I've said this before about Fresh. Like, Fresh isn't what I consider a player. You know, when you look at players, man, like I said, a player is like one step below a pimp. And a pimp is a guy who can get grown people, mostly women, but men and women, to go out there, do horrific things and bring all the money back to them. They can talk people into doing stuff with just their game. Players are guys who were just like real smooth with women, and Brother D Mac is right. Players move in silence. Fresh is a guy who's mastered his game. Fresh is, like I said, I've seen him move. I know how he moves in the trenches, bro. His game is solid. He knows what he's doing, but to say he's a player, can't really call him a player. I can't get him at that level. And Fresh doesn't consider himself a player. Myron and Fresh, what do they say? They say we are two nerds that figured it out. And I think that is the best description of Myron and Fresh. When you sit down and talk to him, man, when everybody's loose and everything's cool, you see it, man. You see the nerdness in them. You know, the video games come out. You know, the talking about Dragon Ball Z and all that. They talk on a level. They be looking at me like, yo, Saint, you know about this? I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about that, man. The whole Dragon Ball Z and all that, man, I don't know nothing about that there, bro. Right. But when it comes to, you know, implementing their game and crafting their game, bro, they got it down. Their game is solid. So, you know, remember, I got the guys at the bottom who don't know what they're doing, trying to figure it out. Then you got the guys who have their game and they're trying to just nail it in, dial it all the way in, right? And they just master their game. Then you got the players on top of that. And the players, the dudes are just, I mean, they just take it to another level, bro. Like, a player gets on a woman and like he's living in her head for free, rent free. Like, she is, man, it's the shit that players could get their women to do. Like, and the way that they run their game, man. And again, I'm always talking about A Dose of Game. Go over there and check out that website. Go check out that YouTube channel, A Dose of Game. You want to know how players move? Dose is keeping it 100 on how players move. And then above players, pimps. Like, pimps is like the highest. You out there, you pimping, you really pimping. That's like that's a whole nother realm, like a whole nother dimension. Like, I've only met a couple real pimps in my life. They're out there. Like, pimping is like that Ice-T type shit. What Ice-T was doing, even though he wasn't you know, like he said he tried it a little bit, but you know, he stuck to, you know, hitting the smash and grabs and doing his robberies and stuff like that. He stayed more to the streets. But when it came to women, he was on that Iceberg Slim shit. Right? Go back and go look at any of Ice-T videos, bro, when he breaks it down. So I will put Ice-T, that very rare type dude who floats between the two worlds, you know what I mean? Like, of the elite game, the elite player and then pimp type. He's like floating between the two. I'm telling you, if you ever met like a real good player and some pimps, bro, you'll know what I'm talking about, man. There is definitely a difference. Right? Definitely a difference, man. Brother Viking. Let me see what's going on here. Let me catch up with the chats real quick. Yeah, Duke is a fool. Like, facts. Just trying to catch up. Fresh use. Yeah, Fresh says I use Loverboy game. Anyone shocked doesn't really watch the internet to understand. Yeah, Fresh, like his game, yeah, he sells a dream. Fresh definitely sells a dream. Him and Myron talk about it. They had an episode about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, when Fresh really broke down his game, and he's good at it. He's really good at it. But players run a completely different kind of thing. Fresh says I use Loverboy game. Yep. And I mean, it is what it is, brother D-Mac. Here's the thing, bro. You can tell a lot about a man by the women he is spending sporting around with, right? So whoever, by the woman he got on his arm, basically. If you're a flexing with a certified gold digger or a high class hooker, I'm not impressed. Yeah. Yeah. And in today's world, man, you got so many women who are cool with the value exchange. Like, you know, they look at their intimacy as like just transactional. You're right. I was thinking about this last night. I was talking to some dudes. You know, this was a years, goddamn, about it. This is a couple decades ago, to be honest with you. Was kicking it with a cat. This is before the internet was crazy like this, before social media and these type of like smartphones and all that. It's back in the day, right? And I forget what city we were in. It might have been Atlanta. It might have been Raleigh. I can't remember. We were in some city, big city. And it was a group of us, right? And I don't know how the conversation came up, but somebody was talking about, you know, how many women have you been with or whatever. It was a body count conversation. And most of the dudes, it was like 5 of us, man. 4 of us was kind of like, what? Because the dude asked a question, we all kind of looked at him like, what? Body, huh? You're like, well, you know, just how many women you think you've been with this guy, right? That we didn't really know. Everyone was like loose associates or whatever. We were just, you know, all kicking it. You know, dudes got money. We going out doing whatever. So numbers start flying around, and this guy was like, yeah, you know, his number was like extremely high. It was something like, you know, hundreds and hundreds. Extremely high, and he was like really proud of this, right? So we're just kind of like, all right, yeah, you know, good for you, bro. It didn't mean nothing to us. All right, good for you. So we all go out, we get to the spot, like we kicking it, whatever. Tons of beautiful women there, like, you know, just think back in the day, you know, club environment before bottle service. So, you know, we was just in there doing our thing. Everybody's hollering at everybody. So the 4 guys that I was telling you, like the 4 dudes who, like, you know, we know what we're doing, the womanizers. We're doing just that. Hollering at women. We're dancing. We're doing our thing. The one guy that was asking us about the body count, he was just sitting there. You're just sitting there, right? We got there early. We had, like, you know, smashed a couple tables together. So we were kind of we had space or whatever. Girls were coming by. So women were coming up to the dude. He's just sitting there. They would say a couple things or whatever, sit down next to him, and then they would leave all night long. It was just kind of one of those things. I'm looking, like, you know, keep my eye on it because, you know, I'm always watching the room. I'm looking. Like, this the dude that got all the bodies, but these, you know, what's going on? Because it wasn't as if he's running his game and, you know, he's sending them away. It was like every woman kind of had that ick moment and got up and walked away, or they would kind of look at him funny, the side eye, and they would get up and walk away. Mind you, dude ain't up. He ain't dancing with nobody. He ain't doing nothing. So it's the end of the night, it's time to go home. All the dudes, the 4 of us, we're like, all right, we got stuff set up. A couple of us had women ready to go back to the telly. Another dude like had to make a call because he had set something up earlier. Like, oh, I'm gonna go see her now. He went to her place or whatever, right? So we all in the cabs or whatever. And the dude with the body count, I look over at him. He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out what looks to be like some sort of newspaper and kind of unfolds it. And it was a City Vibe. He took out the classified from the City Vibe and he opens it up and it was all the call girls. It was the section of the call girls, and he's like calling girls and having them come to his hotel room. And then it hit me. I was like, oh, that's why he wanted to know about body count. Because the dude had no game, but he just spent money. He rented the Foxy Brown. The chicks would come through and he was counting them all. So the next morning, you know what I mean, we're all sitting down for brunch or whatever. And I told dude, I'm like, hey man, you know, when you asking about body counts, your body count has an asterisk next to it. He's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, It's like you like Barry Bonds, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get the home run record, but you're on steroids. You're paying for the Foxy Brown. You don't get respect for that. That don't take any work. You paying for the Foxy Brown, bro. So those aren't verified bodies. True, you got the body, but it's not verified. Our body count is verified. We're not paying. That don't count. We don't add that to the list. Like if I paid for a chick, that can't count that. That don't count. No matter how fine she was, it don't count. Right? It don't count. I mean, it still does. So it depends on, then you got that battle between what counts and what doesn't count, what's verified, what's not verified. And that's what he wanted to make the argument. I'm like, nah, I just wanted to point that out to you, bro. It's about having game, having skill. Like, so I was like, instead of asking women, asking dudes what their body count is, right? We should be asking you to get her number right there. Get little shorty's number right there. Go get her number, because that would be impressive. But you calling up a professional, negotiate a price and have her come and give you the Foxy Brown because you paid for it, that's not impressive at all. So this is why game is important, gentlemen. Right? This is why game is important. Men understand it's really hard. It's very, very, very difficult to get sexual access from women. That is how it is, man. That's how it is. It's hard. It's hard. Sometimes you luck into it, but most times you don't. It's hard. So there's that, guys. If you out there paying for it, it's kind of like women. This is why they don't respect a woman with a high body count, because it's easy for her to get sex, right? It's easy to get men to come in there and bounce up and down on you. It's the easiest, probably one of the easiest things you'll ever do in life if you're a woman. You ain't even got to be an attractive woman. To get a dude to come smash, it's easy. But go out there and try to get you a 4 to come to the house tonight and smash. It's difficult, bro. A 4, a step below average. You got to hit her with your top tier game to get her to come back to the crib that night. You might be able to do it in 3 days. Yeah, you can probably do it in, 3 encounters. Yeah, 3-day rule for a 4, absolutely. But get her to come home that night. Man, it's hard. It's hard. So if you can pull it off, you're going to get a lot of respect for that. But you don't get any respect for paying for it, just like women don't get respect for just sleeping with a bunch of men. It's just how it works. You know what I mean? This is how it works. Yeah, Brother Penny, you paid for them bodies, bro. And like, again, okay, he had the women, he has the count, but it's not verified in my book. I don't count them. You can't count those. Brother IRS, like he playing the game on rookie mode. Absolutely, bro. That's when y'all in the games, that's when you can turn it, make it easy. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. Look at like, hey, I called it. You did, bro. They don't count. Even when you travel, like these passport bros, they out here doing this, I done smash this and that. Don't count. And a lot of these passport bros, man, I see the women that they posting. It's like, bro, you paid for that? Jesus, you couldn't talk to her? Obi Land has a video out there where they trapped some woman who was out there drugging guys and robbing them. And they said they got her. They set her up. And I'm looking at this woman, and this was I think they caught up with her in Cali or something like that. Or maybe both. I think it was Cali. They caught her with her in Cali. And they called her and actually brought the police in and everything, bro. And this woman was nowhere near attractive, especially for Colombia. Like, what are you doing? You let this woman set you up, drug you, and steal all your stuff? Her. This one right here. The game done changed, man. D-Mac, hookers and high-class 304s are not a flex. That's a fact, guys. This is why I'm not impressed by some of the passport bros. Yep. Beat me to it. I ain't even read it yet, but same thing. You're going to Brazil and you smashing that. You're going to Colombia, you smashing that. You're going to Thailand and Philippines, you smashing that and paying for it. Stop it. They're not even that. If you're going to pay for it, man, get the best of the best. And it just shows you, kind of like Abba, these guys put themselves in a certain realm. It's like, this is all I qualify for. Like, bro, you buying it, you renting it. You qualify for everything. You can rent a Lamborghini, right? Not many men can buy one, but everyone can rent one. And it's one of and Abba is like a passport bro mentality. He doesn't believe he qualifies for beautiful women, therefore he doesn't even try. And this is one of those things y'all got to get out of that mentality. You got to get out of that mentality. Growing up, when you were hitting women day in, day out, you had game. That's how it was when we was coming up. Coach Greg Adams, Free Agent Lifestyle. Yeah, you know what? I haven't read his book, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna order that book and read it. I'm really curious to read. I could probably think of what he's doing with the Free Agent Lifestyle, but I can't wait to read it. right? I'm going to definitely get that book and check it out, man. So let's get back to the video.
Just want you to understand, all I did was answer his question and I get D threats. So before we look at the D threats, right now he's listening to my stream. Okay. I don't know why he won't play it. I guess he doesn't want his audience to see what really went down and how I was calm, cool, and collective. And you are actually being unhinged, threatening a woman. You're supposed to protect women, but instead you are making unalive threats to women, all because I told the truth. Now let's go to the full context here, because this is going to be great, and I want to keep a documentation of this. Okay, so and you'll see why. Here we go.
Coach Greg Adams currently came up with a video of Daisy, and or not Daisy, but regarding the whole Daisy situation. And Coach Greg Adams basically was using, he basically was talking about how a friend of Daisy's basically came on and said all of this was I guess we say a ruse, right? A ruse, okay? And this person was Tree of Logic, okay?
By the way, I never said all of this was a ruse. I said, if you want to keep up the ruse, maybe you shouldn't be seen with your ratchet BBL girlfriend drinking wine in Miami. I didn't say anything about all.
So everyone's sending me the emails of the video. Oh, Duke.
And he's so triggered.
All right, look what
so
this is Coach Greg Adams. Okay. All right, listen.
What did
he's
Coach
pointing out
Greg
the fact
Adams
that
do
Tree
to
of
you,
Logic,
Duke?
Daisy's friend, is saying that this was all a ruse. Okay, first of all, there's so many things wrong with this. Y'all don't even understand. Time out. Daisy and Tree of Logic, they're not friends.
Facts. We were friends when we did the video together, but when I was told and showed evidence, which I will show on the stream tomorrow, that everything that Fresh and Fit said about her is true. Listen,
Y'all see how these grown folks move like children. Old girl looks way older than me. And she's out here saying we were friends when we did the video, but we're not friends now. And, you know, maybe we'll be friends again tomorrow, you know, because of whatever. Or maybe. Associates, man, be careful who you call a friend. And once you call them a friend, you got to, you know what I'm saying? Rock with that. You know, a lot of people come at me like, oh, you cool with Myron and Fresh. Yep. You call them friends. Yep. Do you know them? Of course I know them. I know them well. How else would I be able to call them friends? You know, we've been cultivating a friendship now for over 2 years. They're good guys. Do I agree with everything they do? No. They don't agree with everything I do either. Do I agree with everything they say? No. They don't agree with everything I say either. You know what I'm saying? But I rock with them. If I need something, I can hit them up and they help me out. If they need something from me, they can hit me up and I help them out. Like, we're friends. I have a lot of associates, but them dudes are friends. You know what I'm saying? I know them in real life. And she's like, oh, I'm friends with this woman. Like, bro, all you had to, you're bringing this woman on to get content to make some money. That's all it has to be, man. This is a, you know what I'm saying? This is a work relationship. You ain't got to be friends. You know, I don't have to be friends with Donald Trump to interview the man. I ain't got to be his friends. It's work. So be careful with these folks, man. This is another problem with grown-ups today, man. It's like they're still in high school. Be careful with folks who want to call you their bestie after they don't know you for 15 minutes. This is my bestie. Like, I don't even know you, shorty. Be careful of that. You know, be careful of those people who use those terms. Like, nah, we cool. I know them. Yeah, we cool. That's an associate. We cool.
I don't like these guys, but I'm sorry, they were right. It does not make me say, oh yeah, we're on it. No, we're still enemies, but I'm not going to sit up here and say, yeah, they were telling the truth. Now, the only reason I actually came out completely is because you took the screenshots of my DM with her and you doxed my phone number. I don't care about her leaking the DMs between me and her. She leaked the DMs between her and Walter. I knew that she was going to probably leak the DMs between me and her. But see, here's the problem. She didn't leak all the DMs, but I will definitely do that tomorrow. Okay. But the fact is that Duke, you kept doxing my phone number. So you doxed my phone number. I have to turn my phone off because I can't use it now. Everybody and their mama and daddy is calling me and leaving voice messages. It's all filled up now. And because you kept showing it over and over again, and then you follow it up with some D threats. How wonderful. How manly of you. You're doing this to a woman. Do you feel better about yourself now?
Okay. Tree of Logic.
Yeah, and Brother Viking, man, you know, like I said, man, them my guys, them my bros, bro. But what D-Mac is talking about when it comes to game and playerism and all that, like I agree with D-Mac. You know, Myron or Fresh, they're not players. They're like they said, they're two dudes that figured it out. You know, you don't want to get triggered over stuff like this, especially when it comes to this game. We're talking about game with women. At the end of the day, man, there's one of the things that gets me about all this, all the Fresh and Fit haters that would say that, you know, Fresh was out here, you know, he ain't getting women, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. All that went away. All that went away, right? They can't say he ain't smashing, and then they're trying to say that, oh, you know, he's paying for it. You know, that might go away as well. It's like, nah, he ain't, you know. If she could have proved, like they were talking about, oh, we got the literal receipts and this and that from the credit card information, from the bracelet and all that. Man, where's the bracelet, shorty? Well, you could, like, you know, he paid for this bracelet and here's the receipt. Well, it's two receipts and it's, well, this is this. Well, most of it was from this receipt and this and that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, man, I don't know. You know, I tell folks all the time, I ain't see it. I ain't seen him paying for nothing. Could he be? Yeah. But Brother Viking, yeah, man, I wouldn't get triggered over game, over terminology of game. You know what I mean? Again, if someone is saying that Myron and Fresh aren't players, I'll agree with that all day long. Like, nah, they move in a different way. They're not players. They've mastered their game, but they're not players. You know what I mean? It's another level to it. And you know, those are the homies. I'll be sitting there right there talking about it. Like, nah, Fresh will tell you, like, man, I ain't no player, bro. He know what he's doing. And he's got dimes, man, lined up. I was truly impressed with the way he was running these girls, man. I was like, damn, bro. It was impressive. I've never been in a nightclub and seen one dude run so many bottle girls. Like, all the bottle girls on shift was hollering at him. Every last one of them was making it their business to get over to holler at Fresh. I'd never seen that before. I'm like, God damn, all of them. All the bottle girls. And you know, and they all know that all of them taking a shot at him, man. So I thought it was crazy. But Pablo was like, the reason Fresh is STD free is because his high class 304s are very business oriented and are must get tested for financial reasons. American cowgirls, man, bro, I'm telling you, they will spread whatever it is you put in them to you. They don't do that, man, because it's not legal. It should be legalized in the country. And they would do that. It should be, if you're in the sex worker business, be mandatory to go get these tests. That's another reason I think it should be legal in America, bro. You know what I mean? Brother Shaw's in the building. What's good, fam? Like, I am genuinely happy for Fresh and Fit. This Daisy nightmare is over now. He needs to sit back, enjoy a cigar, and count his blessings. He needs to learn from everything he did wrong here, correct those deficiencies so it doesn't happen again. That's one of those things. And Brother Pablo, this is for you. I don't know if I showed you your love if you were here earlier or not. And like, Annie has no STDs because Daisy is a working woman who is concerned about getting STDs. Yeah, she definitely can't do that. But, you know, like I said, when that came out, remember you were bringing that up, like the rumors. I'm like, bro, it's always going to be rumors, man. I don't believe that. They were saying all these women are saying they're Fresh infecting them with this and that. Like, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe that at all. You know, it is what it is. That just comes from, people just get mad. People just hate. They hate Myron and Fresh, man. That's what it boils down to. They hate Myron and Fresh.
Provided a platform at an important time when Daisy needed it to help her get her voice out. Okay. Mm-hmm. If all of this was a ruse, why would Trio of Logic implicate herself in that?
I didn't say all of it was a ruse. I said her pretending to be pregnant when she had already got rid of the baby between April the 15th to April the 16th. That was the ruse. The ruse was pretending to be pregnant while drinking wine. Then when she gets called out on it, she says it's lemonade. That was the ruse. She wasn't pregnant. She wasn't pregnant when she was drinking alcoholic beverages. She wasn't pregnant when she was vaping. And she wasn't pregnant when she came over to your house and says, I cannot keep the baby. She already got rid of the baby.
Does that make any sense? Now, even watching the video, it seems like Tree of Logic was trying to find words to describe the situation of Daisy going out to drink. The one thing I would say is Tree of Logic couldn't use a worse set of words to describe that.
I used the perfect set of word. I used the perfect word. I didn't use a set of words. I used the perfect word. It was a ruse.
Because again, it's not a ruse. She wasn't pregnant. If it was a ruse, Tree. I mean, your interview was one of the biggest ones being referenced all over.
Yeah, but it's still staying on it.
place. And I thought the interview was pretty brilliant. I thought
Sure was good. I worked hard on that interview. I worked hard with that woman. She is insufferable, unmanageable. Oh, I hate to give Walter another W, but I can understand why you got rid of her.
Headshot.
She's unbearable. Listen, when you took over, I was so happy. And I'll leak the DMs where I show you how I was happy that she was your problem, not mine anymore. And at the time, we were neutral. Now we're enemies.
Now we're enemies. Before we were friends, but now you're my enemy. You hear all this back and forth, man? Just keep it business. Like, it's just business, man. I ain't got to be your friend to talk about nothing. You know what I mean? We got love for each other on this platform. The people who rock with us over here, we cool. We trying to build what we got over here. A community, but outside of that, man, come on, bro. When I bring people on here, like, we cool. If I bring someone on here and I tell you I got a relationship with them, that's different. But these people, you're my friend, you're not my friend. Don't be their friends over there because they're not my friends anymore. I mean, that's high school kitty stuff, bro. Kitty stuff, brother. D-Mac. And this is real talk too. And this is another reason you want to take advantage of the wise old cats in the room. It's okay to have two different points of view. My point of view comes from an older dude that's been there and done that and can spot bullshit 10 miles down the road. Facts. And what Brother Viking is saying about STD testing in Miami is true, man. I mean, they make it free. Like, we need y'all to come in here and get this. It's free. It's confidential. Come get tested because we don't want any outbreaks. When I keep telling y'all that they playing fair in Miami, right? Them girls down there getting it in. They've been getting it in. And this new generation, these young girls coming online, oh my God. Bro, they smashing. I remember, God, it must have been 1998, 1999. I'm in Miami. I'm down there with my homie. I'm down there with my man Perry. This was before me and Perry started hitting up, Latin America. We're down in Miami. This is actually what got us to start traveling. Really, we down in Miami seeing all these beautiful women walking around like, God damn, what's going on here? We on Collins. You know what I'm saying? Like, Perry wanted to go into this one spot. We on Collins. I catch up with him like, what's up, man? We walking down the street and this car was parked on the side of, on the street, whatever. And I'm walking, I look in the car, man, just a little, just girl in there, cutie, little blonde or whatever. It was her fat friend, and a dude. And she sees me. She was like, hey. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's fine, a little something. I'm about 6'7". You know what I mean? Cute, nice body. She's bodied up. I'm just whatever, blah, blah, blah. She was like, she asked me what I'm about to get into. And I was like, I'm about to go over here with my man, jump over here, see what it do. What you about to get into? She was like, if I'm lucky, you. That's the game she hit me with. Damn. You talk about holla, holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. If I'm lucky, you gonna get into me if you lucky? I ran into the spot. I was like, all right. I'm like, yo, give me 40 minutes. I'll be back. I ran into the spot with my man sitting there. I'm like, all right, ain't shit here, man. I'm about to go. He's like, man, you about to go with that chick? I'm like, yep. You're like, man, they gonna chop you up or something. They gonna kill you. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm fresh off the block. Oh shit. Okay, they can try. It's one dude and two girls. And dude didn't look like he had hands, right? He wasn't built like that, bro. So I'm like, all right, we'll see, man. I was like, well, if that's the case, man, been nice knowing you, bro. And me and Perry from the same neighborhood, like, bro, come on, man. We from Avondale. You know what time it is. I jumped in the car with them. Right? Little shorty was like, you live down here? Like, nah, I got a hotel. Like, can we go to your hotel? I'm like, nah, I ain't want to take them to my telly because I was in a real nice spot. I'm like, pull up in this joint right here. We pull up in another hotel, like 2 hotels down. This is 1998, man. That room might have cost $300. Nope, I take that back. That room cost $125 after taxes. That's what it was. It was like $125 after taxes, right? So we up in that room, bro. 20 minutes later, I got a little shorty up under the counter. Up under the sheets, doing my dirt. Yeah, Uncle Saint was a savage. Got the dude and the chubby chick. I don't know if they was dating or whatever. I ordered them some pizza. I sent them to go get the pizza. They went to go get the pizza. Tell dude, like, take your time, bro. Give me at least 45 minutes before you come back. And it was a Friday night, so it was going to take at least that long for the pizza to get ready and drive over there and get it or whatever, right? Doing what I'm doing. Little shorty had her fun. They came back, about an hour, 15 minutes later. Everybody ate their pizza. Then I sent them out to go buy some alcohol. He went and bought some alcohol. because it took him a good 35 minutes to get back. You know what I'm saying? And I was cool. This was all right. It was cool. We was chilling, just, you know, pillow talking and everybody. Everybody came back. They drinking and eating or whatever. I gotta go. Kiss Shorty on her forehead. I was out, man. I was close enough to walk to my telly, man. I was in Ball Harbor. I was at the Ball Harbor Sheridan, as a matter of fact. Walked down to the Ball Harbor Sheridan, walked to my room, took a shower, whatever, and went to sleep. That was the night. I told my man Perry, because we was on the same floor, knocked on his door as I was heading to my room. I'm like, I'm still alive, bro. I'm still alive. So there you go. I forgot to hit the story time button, but there you go. I'm gonna hit the story time button late on this one, man. But that was your story. So, ladies and gentlemen,
everybody sit down, please. It's story time. It's story time.
Next time I'll make sure I hit the story time button up front instead of after the story. I did that wrong, bro. I did that wrong. I'm a big dummy, right? I did that wrong, man. I'm gonna make sure I get it right next time. Come on, button.
You big dummy.
I was a big dummy there, but that's what it was. Big Rook, the big homie Rook in the building. Rook, what's good, man? Man, I tell you what. One day, like I said, hopefully by the end of the summer, we're gonna set up a Patreon. And the highest level Patreon is gonna cost a little bit of money. But trust me, I'm gonna work it out with Rook. I'm gonna get Rook to tell y'all one story a month, and it will be worth it. It will, trust me when I tell you, it will be worth it to hear one of, man, Rook's, man. For every story I got, Rook got at least 15. For every one story I got, he got 15. His stories are way better than mine, y'all. Way better than mine, brother Rook. Zip in the building. I know what y'all wondering. What does zip mean? We start that Patreon. You don't have to get at the highest level to find out what the hell zip mean. To this day, every time I think of the story, I was like, damn, that guy's a true G. Hey, you want to talk about, yeah, real player? Rook's on a whole fucking nother level. We were talking about the other day. Shout out to Rook. Let's get back to this video.
And a lot of things were exposed that we didn't know was exposed. So if there's something you know that we don't know, how about you tell us?
Okay. If there's something you know that we don't know, how about you tell us? I told him in my live stream that I had last night, and he went ballistic. He called me all kinds of names. And if you look at that stream, I was nice and I was respectful because I was telling the truth. I wasn't irrational. Now, by the way, I'm supposed to be the woman. They say that the women are emotional. Granted, I'm alpha. Granted, I have masculine energy. I own it. Okay. But I was calm when I was explaining this, and I was also praising you at the same time. Now, because I guess I messed up your bag going after Fresh and Fit, or you lost face, this is what you resulted to. I want you guys to watch this. This is the man who prides himself on defending women, but yet still he makes an unalive threat to a woman who told the truth.
Yeah, man.
I never heard a threat.
It's just like, well, you're down here playing a clout game, and it's not a clout game, bro. This ain't about clout, bro. A woman's reputation is in the gutter right now because of what y'all are doing. And Tree, you just made it worse. You gave Fresh and Fit ammo. Now everybody's saying, oh, look, Daisy's friend exposed Daisy. That's the narrative they're running with, your face. And you want to expect us to believe you were always on her side? Tree, you're a flame. Bro, even the more I think about it, the more I'm pissed off. Like, the more I think about it, I'm getting pissed off. So, look at this shit.
Yeah, she ain't gonna do nothing to you, though, man.
I know she's not gonna do nothing to her. To me.
So he docks my number again. Like I said,
the friend of my friend is my enemy. Really? Because that's what it sounds like they're doing. All these people going after Fresh and Fit, trying to cape for this Daisy woman who was just running her game. Again, I ain't mad at Daisy at all. I hope she got into everybody's pockets. I hope Tree had to pay her money to get Daisy to do an interview. I hope this Duke of Don dude had to pay to get her to do an interview. Ethan Klein, Ivan Preach. I hope she got at least $2,000, $3,000 from each of them and all the other interviews she's out there doing. I hope she got the money. That's just the game, bro. Gotta respect that. Shout out to you, man. Game recognized game. Get your bread. Get your bread. He's mad at this woman because she said what she said, which happens to align with the truth. Looks like it's the truth. And he's mad because that gives Fresh and Fit and the Fresh and Fit supporters ammo. And it's like you're running her name through the gutter, man. She started all this thing, bro. She initiated this. This woman knew exactly what she was doing, if in fact she was ever pregnant to begin with. And now the narrative is, even if she was pregnant, she terminated, which is her right. And she was on his platform, sitting in his chair, telling all these lies. Like, bro, who's the Mac? Who you mad at, bro? It is what it is. Why get so angry? But this is how YouTube makes money, when people just go crazy and yell and scream and jump up and down and do stuff and throw stuff and break stuff up and take dumps on themselves and eat a lot of stuff. And I mean, YouTube is crazy, bro. People want to see the train wreck, and that's where the eyeballs go. They go to the train wreck. Be careful with that, y'all. Be careful with that. Brother Ted's in the building, man. What's good, fam? Be careful with that, man. Stay away from these people that they want the train wreck. They want the drama. If that's all you do, that's your whole life is, indulging in drama. It's like, so what else are you doing with your life, bro?
I have no problem with you leaking the DMs, but you were so enraged. You were so angry. You were so furious. You didn't think to say, hey, let me hide her phone number. You didn't even give me that courtesy. You just doxed my phone number. Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it takes me 20 minutes on a phone call.
Yeah. You're coded too, right?
Huh?
You're a computer programmer, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Like, listen, it's not even the crappy part, right? It's just, if you know how to social engineer, we want you do it.
Yeah.
But it's 20 minutes on a phone call.
Then make the phone call. I dare you. I'm tired of you weak beta males pretending to be alpha, threatening me, a woman. And you know why you're doing that, Duke? Because unlike you, I had a daddy raise me.
Boom,
And you feel that alpha energy ooze out of my freaking pores. So you're matching my alpha energy with your weak beta energy as an unhinged, deranged male. You think this is a good look for you to threaten a woman? Really? I want you guys to understand that in the past 7 days, I have had two black men give me unalive threats. And I never thought that this would come from Duke. I saw a side of him that was shocking, that you want to give me D threats because I told the truth. And you're like, 20 minutes in a phone call. Hey, baby, take an hour in a phone call. Make as many phone calls you want. But it gets better. Hold on, let me rewind that.
So what can we take away from this? Hey, man, be careful around alpha women. Like, I don't know who this tree lady is, but bro, she's talking about how alpha she is. She's talking about how my daddy taught me how to, make the gun noise. She talking about, well, come see me. Paraphrasing, but that's what she's talking about. Stay away from this. Stay away from it, fellas. The minute you see it, the first time you see it, get up out of there, bro. Don't look back. Don't look back. She'll say, oh, I just had a bad day. It was just a one-off. No, if you ever see it, that means that's what it is, bro. Believe her. She's telling you. She's showing you the truth. Believe it. Stay away from strong-willed women like this, man. And if you marry a woman like this, man, go ahead and put your little cot up on the roof. Because what does the Bible say? It's better to live in the corner, on the roof, on the corner of the roof, than to deal with a quarrelsome woman. That's what the old people said way back when, before technology. And it still holds true to today. Game.
I just want you to understand, I am being threatened to be unalived because I told the truth about what I meant about the roofs.
Like, listen, it's not even the crappy part, right? It's just, if you know how to social engineer, we want you do it. Yeah. But it's 20 minutes in a phone call. Free. Go ahead. Play that game with me. Well, I do it real quick, too. I can do it right now.
Do it.
I mean, I'm not hearing a threat. I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing something. But if she's saying that somebody is threatening to come do me serious bodily harm, and you're screaming, do it, you're taunting them, do it. That's a bad look. Man, stay away from people like that, yo. Especially women. Stay away from women like that, man.
Do it right now.
Do it. You don't scare me, Duke. Men who threaten women, you just threaten us to silence us. Do it. Make your phone call. Do what you got to do. It ain't going to make me shut up and it ain't going to make me stop. And get on the stream tomorrow and expose it all.
I probably will end up doing it just to do it, just to see what's
okay. So he said, okay, I'm gonna probably just end up doing it. I'm gonna probably end up, the threats. I'm gonna end up doing it to her because, well, she messed up my bag. How small is your ego, Duke? How big do you feel bucking up against a woman?
She look crazy. She probably got something like she probably a criminal.
Projection. I'm not a criminal, but you are. I'm not a criminal, but you definitely are. Because only a criminal, well, not only a criminal, but it's known that criminals like you threaten women to silence us, to control us, to put fear in us. And I'm not scared of you. So do your thing.
Remember, y'all, this is all because of, Daisy. This is all due to their interactions with this CJ Daisy chick. Think about it. Abba had to do a stream on Abba and Preach platform without Preach, again, over Daisy. If you choose the wrong person, bro, it could rock your world. Is there any more proof than what you're seeing right here? Where is Daisy right now? Chilling, getting money. Best believe there's a simpleton out there sending her bread right now. There's someone out there that wants to fly her to wherever, right? She's going to have to, it's going to be a while, if ever, before she gets to the top tier dudes. I don't know if she's ever going to make it to that level again, but there's plenty of dudes out there with the ABBA mentality. There's, just going to say, hey, girl, won't you come see me? I could pay for this. I could pay for that. She's going to still get some bread. She's made an investment in her body, bro. She transformed herself into something that men want. It's a big planet, bro. Daisy out here doing Daisy stuff. What's Fresh doing? Fresh riding around in one of his cars, on a boat somewhere chilling, or got his feet kicked up in his penthouse. Fresh chilling. Myron's chilling. Right, but look at the wars. You got this war between this tree lady, this Just Tree 411 and Duke the Don. They talking about, they sound like they trying to do something. You got maybe a rift between Abba and Preach. Abba's out here doing his own stuff. I'm pretty sure Preach is going to have a lot to say about the hoodie stuff that was going on that platform. The way he was acting with the hoodie, unless, again, if that's how they get down on their platform, that's another thing. All because of one woman who was just running her game. That's it.
We'll find out one way or another.
We'll find out, but if you want to get bad, we'll expose it too. I think this is bad. I can get even worse. I'm crazy. Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me, dude. Like, you gotta be crazy to go after these cycles over here. You got to. If I was over here playing patty cake with them, I'd lose every time. I don't play patty cake. I come to win. I play games.
Oh, man, that's awesome. It's fun. Appreciate it.
Now, check out this donation. Thank you for respecting us women. We need more of you. Oh my God, I think I'm in upside down world.
Man, people who watch her, man, I ain't gonna lie. This is the most content I've ever watched of this Just Tree 411. I won't be watching any of this content, bro. Brother Viking, like, what she didn't fit his narrative, so he did what most male feminists do, get triggered, and now he's fighting with a woman on the internet. Facts. Brother Pitney Duke the Don is negotiating her hourly rate right now. LOL. Talking about Daisy. He's trying to rent that Foxy Brown, bro. Hey, it is what it is. I can't watch Duke the Don dude come off like a straight bitch. I've never watched any of dude's content either. Brother Timothy's in the building. What's good, fam? Duke, aka Cat Williams, rejected. Like a Cat Williams reject, bro. Shout out to you, man. Hey, man, it's just, we're gonna get through this, bro. But like I said, we had to cover it. There's so many lessons to be learned here. And that's what we're trying to focus on. If you're out here watching this, if you're a young dude, old dude, whatever, look at this. Ladies, look at this. Look at this game play out. All this over Daisy. All this over a wolf. Don't get it twisted. Daisy ain't no victim in no way, shape, or form. She is a wolf. She is a hitter. She is out here doing her thing. And she tried to hit Fresh, and she couldn't get him. That's all that was. Fresh managed to get from her what no one could. You know what I mean? She paid. Her most valuable asset is her body, man. She rents it out. She gets money. She's not used to giving it away. That's why she came for him. And she used I've Been Preach, Just Tree 411, Ethan Klein, this Duke the Don guy, and whoever else would put her on a platform. She used them to, to accomplish her kamikaze mission. Bonsai, everything blowing up. Look at this war between these two platforms, and they probably just keep it going so they can make money.
I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, of course. Unknown hyenas, you got to show your face, bro. I'm not bringing you on if you don't show your face. I know you're a real person. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. Oh, you a brother too? Shout out. Okay. Cool. Oh, you can close it. Bro. You can close it. I'm about to bring you up. Hey, shout out to you. Trending with Sharice with the 2 says, thank you for respecting.
Yo.
Shout out. Hold on. Let me read the super chat. He says, thank you for respecting us women. We need more of you. Yeah, I respect the hell out of women. Call it simping, whatever. My mom, I see how hard she works. I see what she does. My sister, very successful girl. I have my daughter, having her grow up with her personality being so strong with it. Like, I have huge respect for women. Right? I love women. I'm not afraid to say that. That makes me a simp. Okay, so what? But they're worthy of respect. All y'all sitting here like, you guys got no respect for women whatsoever, and it shows. But I'm not.
Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't see this part. I'm taking cuckoo pills.
Let me just. All these YouTubers, now that I'm kind of moving around in these different bubbles, all the YouTubers do the same thing. They scream and yell and do all this stuff. He does it. She's doing it. I guess this is the way. I guess that's how it's done. You know what I mean? I guess that's how it's done. This is Shaw. Was good, brothers. Like, when Myron broke his cup, he was talking about loyalty. Sure was. Watching these people turn on each other definitely highlights what Myron was saying about loyalty that day. Yep. And I'll tell you this, all these people who going out there fresh and fit, if they were in a situation, I bet you they would want their people to be as loyal as Myron is to his people. I bet you, man, ain't no doubt about it. I've Been Preached. You think they there for one another? Keeping it 100. You really think they're one? If it was some real drama, you think Abba be there to back up Preach or vice versa? I don't think so. Most people just move the way they move. Everyone is selfish. Myron, hey, say what you want to say about the man, but he's loyal. And it ain't just to people like Fresh. He's loyal to folks y'all don't even know, man. Like I'm telling you, when you go around that guy, man, everybody he talks to, man, they've been around him for a long time, bro. All his people have been his people. Again, it's the reason I rock with them guys.
You crazy pills. He just threatened a woman and then said, I give a lot of respect to women. I give respect to my mom. I give respect to my sister. Saying you got to be worthy of respect. I got to be worthy of respect because I told the truth. All right, I'm going to end this video because I cannot believe the hypocrisy. But I want you guys to understand, these men who just brag about I protect women, I respect women, I look out for women, until they tell the truth and basically go against my narrative, then I'm going to have to unalive them. Yeah.
Again, I didn't hear the whole death threat, the unalive part. I didn't hear that, but I mean, it is what it is. Again, this is all YouTube stuff, man. Yeah, this is definitely going to stretch out. Someone said, I don't know if it was Abba, but someone said that, and it might come out tonight on Tree's, stream. I guess she's putting together a stream with a whole bunch of stuff. That this Daisy, the CJ Daisy, may have allegedly now taken valuables without permission from Fresh, from his home. I don't know anything about this, but apparently that information is out there. And if that's the case, she's going to be looking at other things. Let's just say, for instance, let's say that she took one of his watches. Let's say she took a $10,000 watch. Now she took a Rolex, took one of his Rolexes, or she took, he has another, he has some Pateks and stuff like that, but the Pateks will be more. But let's just say that, some jewelry, she got a hold of some of his jewelry, something like that. And let's say that the total of said merchandise is over $5,000. That's felony theft in most states. I would have to check the statute for Florida, but I think $5,000 is the magic number. That's felony theft. And if that can be proven, and then you can find that, because all those watches and all that stuff, man, all that stuff is registered. You can find that watch with some unauthorized dealer or a pawn shop or something like that, and you find out that this watch, this merchandise came from this person, and you tie it all together, kind of like the way Myron tied everything together with that stream he did yesterday. That's a real felony right there. That's a real big boy crime. This is all speculation, guys. It's all speculation. But if that's something like that pops off, that's a real big boy crime. Brother Penny, like, that's why you use hotel rooms. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is why you use hotel rooms. That is why you use hotel rooms. It's hard for people to get you if they don't know where you live, and you got all kinds of layers of security and all sorts of stuff. I was staying at the Mandarin Oriental in Miami, Brickell Key, one night. And we don't need a story time button because it's not a story I would want to hear, but I just wanted to show you an example of why you want to stay in hotels. You want to stay in the best hotel you can afford. I came back in my room. It must have been, I don't know, maybe 11:30, 11:45 at night. I came back to my room because I wanted to change shoes and like my pants or something like that, right? I was wearing some uncomfortable shoes and I wanted to change them. And so my door didn't close all the way. It was kind of like ajar. And as I'm changing, and I was changing my shoes, and I was taking my weapon off because I was going somewhere I knew I couldn't bring a weapon. So I was like changing my shoes, I'm doing my thing, changed my pants. You know what I mean? I had what did I have on that day? I had the 357 on. So I'm taking the 357, got my speed loaders, you know, and I'm putting my weapon away in the safe, and I turn around and there's security. There's security. You know, like, pardon me, Mr. Saint. You guys are wondering what a speed loader is. This is a speed loader. This is a speed loader for my 38 special. Speed loaders are, you know, so you can load up your revolvers faster. So I had speed loaders. I have speed loaders for all my revolvers. So I'm putting the speed loaders away. I'm put the weapon in the safe, you know, took some money out, closed the safe, turn around. Excuse me, Mr. Saint. You know, of course he didn't call me Saint, use my last name. I turn around and, hey, what's going on, brother? He was like, we got an indicator that your door didn't close. We just wanted to come to make sure everything was okay. Are you okay, sir? Yes, sir, I'm fine. Thanks for checking it out, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. So my door was ajar. My door didn't close right away. And within 15 minutes, security is at my door to make sure everything is fine. This is why you want to stay at the best hotels you can. Security reasons, not just so it's a flex. It's hard to get in and out. If things don't look right, they come check it out. They're making sure you good. This is why you want to stay in nice hotels. The best hotel you can afford, man. Be thinking about you. Think about security. You know what I mean? Brother Pablo's like, Hope Fresh has spy cameras. He probably does now. If he didn't then, he probably does now. But remember, those cameras that help you out in you know, in times of you know, some sort of crime or whatever. And I don't know how that law works. You probably have to tell folks that you're video recording or something like that. I don't know how that works. But I definitely, if I'm fresh, I'm definitely, matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you. Thanks, Brother Pablo. I am going to ask Fresh if he has the house wired, because he definitely should. If he doesn't, he definitely should. Brother Viking was like, last night Fresh said she was trying to see his bank account on his phone at one point, but failed. He hasn't said anything more so far. He can't. He shouldn't have said that, really, but he can't. I'm pretty sure he ran that. Hopefully he ran that past his attorney, Brother Saxton. But you got to know who you're dealing with, bro. Like, there's people out there, man. They're trying to eat, man, and they get into your accounts, man. It's a problem. Credit cards, you know what I mean, bank accounts, money market accounts. If they see your Bitcoin and they know where your wallets are, your digital wallets, be careful. Brother Penny, like, she would definitely be facing deportation if she got caught stealing from Fresh's apartment. She might be facing that anyway. I think before the government would deport her, I think she would just leave on her own and they would just, you know, cancel out her visa. Most visas last for 10 years. At least my visa for China was 10. It was good for 10 years. I'm assuming that's just the number that they use. I don't know. I haven't got many visas. The only visa I've ever gotten was the one to China. Most places I go is like that. So a lot of lessons to be learned here, guys. A lot of lessons to be learned here, ladies. This is how the world is. Don't get mad. Game is game. This is how it is, man. Understand it. Prepare yourself for it and look out. Learn from Fresh's mistakes, man. He made a lot, and I'm certain he learned from his mistakes. Fresh is a sharp guy. You know, look out for these folks. You know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Be careful with that logic, because it's still enemies, bro. Look at what this one person was able to do through these multiple platforms. And all these people involved were all just trying to get at Fresh and Fit because they hate the platform or whatever. It is what it is. Instead of just staying true to what they stay true to, like MTR, instead of just doing that, they opened themselves up to all kind of chaos. Again, I've been preached, bro. This might turn into a rift between those two guys. It could. This could be a thing. You look at what's going on with this Duke the Don and this Tree lady. It could escalate. Who knows what might happen? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Just wanted to bring all that up, guys. I'm glad y'all rock with me. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy, crazy. I hope y'all learning from all this. You know what I mean? I really do. Damn it. I say, you know what I mean again. Merch. It is what it is. Ahmad made a Duke the Bum and Daisy movie poster driving Miss Daisy. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. I bet you that's funny. I bet you that's funny. So I'm gonna leave it here. People. Thanks for rocking out with me. This was fun. If something else pops off, we're gonna keep our eye on all these platforms just to see if anything crazy happens behind it. But you got to be careful, man, bringing people into your camp. You bring in someone like Daisy, someone or some dude with ill intent. A lot can happen, all negative, all bad. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's not about hating men. It's not about hating women. It's about understanding the game, period. This is what we're talking about here. Understand the game. Understand other people's motives and alternative motives, right? Understanding when someone is using you. Most people going to use you to some extent, and it's all good because we're using people too. It's all good. It's all gravy. So just be careful out there, boys and girls. Like it is what it is. Brother D-Mac, appreciate the love, bro. You know what I mean? That what I meant to say. Brother King Life, appreciate the love. Always a pleasure seeing you, brother. Brother Pablo, man, thank you so much for coming through, man. Appreciate the love. This world ain't perfect. Ain't supposed to be perfect, man. We all playing this game, y'all. At a certain level, it's all about quality. Yeah, man, you want to get yourself to that point where you're just gunning for quality. Quit machine gunning this shit, man. You want to be a sniper. You want to be a sniper. You want to sit there, choose your target wisely, engage, man. One round, one score. That's all you want to do. Instead of going out here and loading up your machine gun and just da. Right? You want to be a sniper, not this.
Get some. Get some.
When you're like that and you're just busting like that, get some. Oh, bro, your position is exposed and everyone, you're the most dangerous thing on the battlefield and every piece of ordnance is going your way. You don't want to be that. You want to move like the sniper, bro. You want to be Carlos Hathcock, bro. You want to be the white feather. You want to move. You want to sit there. You want to pay attention to what's going on, select your target wisely and engage. That's what you want to do. That's where you're trying to get. So let's work on that. Don't be the machine gunner. Be the sniper. Be the sniper. Thank you, brother. Brother Mike, appreciate you, bro. And we're going to keep doing them. We're going to keep doing these Saturdays. I might even jump on Sunday. I'm going to go crazy. I'm really trying to get after him. I'm trying to get to the next level in this YouTube stuff. I am putting in the work. This is what it is, man. Like this YouTube game ain't easy either, bro. It's easy to sit there in the chat and troll. It's easy to do all that. It's easy to be the negative guy or whatever, but it's something else to put yourself out here and try to get there. I'm trying to get there, and with y'all help, and thank y'all so much for all the help that you've given me over the years. We've been doing this for over 2 years now. We are going to get there. I appreciate y'all. Don DeMarco to y'all. Y'all know what it is. I'm DL Saint. This is the I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I am out of here. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.